Shout out to Kop-Ish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
All the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that, guys. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kop-Ish.
Good evening, lovely people. It is Monday, the 12th of April, and we are back with another Monday Night Live. Hope you're all well. How you guys doing, Matt and Drift?
Tired, banging that DMX, bro. That's all, man. Bro.
DMX, though.
Rest in peace, man. Rest in peace.
Trust me.
Got a few topics to get through, but we are going to start with news that broke today. That Liverpool, and I quote from Forbes, Liverpool are now the 5th richest club in the world, with only Man United, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, and Barcelona being ahead of the Reds. Before you guys jump on it, though, what I will say is I think that's been slightly misquoted. I'm not going to mention the Twitter page I'm reading off just because I don't want it to seem like they're doing stuff on purpose. But what that actually means is Liverpool are now the 5th most valuable club, not the 5th richest, as I've been told.
That's correct.
Can I just clear this up real quick? No trim today, Cal. My appointment is booked for Saturday, yeah? Like, I couldn't get one for today. I asked and I tried, but I have work during the day and I couldn't deviate from my work. This time next Monday, put your daughters away if they're over 25. Hide your mums and hide your sisters if they're over age as well, because it's going to be a shutdown. Yeah. You see my missus, she don't even know what she's getting herself into next week. It's just going to be a mazza. It's going to be a mazza. I leave that there. Yes.
Just had one still, not to show.
Say again.
I just had one, not to show off.
Oh no, fly, still fly.
Yeah.
Man sees that.
Did you not see the meme of the guy getting out the barber chair and doing that big skank because he hadn't had his haircut for like 8 months?
No, I haven't seen it. No, I ain't seen it.
That's gonna be me.
Trust, bro. Trust.
That is really gonna be me. But yes. So 5th richest and 5th most valuable are two very different things. However, do you think this news... In fact, no, I'm not going to answer a question like that. What's your thoughts on when you hear that news? Drift, I'll start with you.
Well, considering the owners we've got, I'm like, same shit, different day, innit, really? We always hear how many yachts and man are cruising on and what Cuban cigars man smoking on, and it don't do nothing to our transfer budget. it don't make no one bit of difference. It's like having a rich dad that don't love you. He's not really going to give you anything, is he? So
ooh, that's taking it into a different direction, isn't it?
Harsh, innit? I mean,
that's a different direction.
Imagine a rich dad that don't love you. I'll just say, a rich dad that just is tight, maybe. Like he's got bare money. He's got all these, business ventures. He's got pure money. But when you say to like, Dad, I want a new pair of trainers, he's like, go ask your mum. You're like, Dad, you just bought a new car and you just bought some new stuff yourself, and he's like, yeah, but go and ask your mum. So yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, without going off too much on a tangent, I'm probably gonna be a dad like that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am.
No, surely you're not gonna be like, ask your mum though for everything.
No, not ask your mum.
That's what I'm saying.
We're both bringing their money into the house, isn't it? But my thing is, like, don't get me wrong. If I become rich, I'm not just gonna throw money at the little one. I'm not. I know it sounds harsh, but I want him to know I want him to know the value of money, and I still want him to work hard.
It's about, for me, it's about expectancy. It's always been about expectancy. If you expect it from me, you ain't getting it. If you sit back and enjoy the ride, you'll probably get it all the time. You won't even need to even worry about it. It's all about expectancy for me. If your birthday's coming up, don't expect £1,000 birthday present. If you sit back and chill, your birthday present might cost £2,000. That's how I roll. Like, I don't like the whole, where is it? Why didn't you do it? I want it. All of that. That's the part.
I don't think Stevie would be that silly to say those things to me.
No, but that's what I'm saying though. So if he's the type of little man who's just like, he's just cruising through life and he's just chilling, spoil him. But if he's coming to you always like, oh, Dad, I want this, I want that. No, sit down. You ain't getting none of that. Like that's how it works.
Yeah, you got to work for it, man.
Work ethic's important, man. Work ethic's important.
Same thing of my son. Like, I know he's only 3, but at the end of the day, it's like, you know, it's like if you go into a shop and you might say, oh, Daddy, I want this, I want that every time you go into a shop. It's like, no, Carrie. Nope, not today, son. We're coming here to get one thing. Doesn't mean every time we have to go down the sweet aisle and the toy aisle every time we go to a shop. It don't work like that.
This is Matt. This is Matt when little man asks him for stuff.
Stop! I did speak to him last night. Stop! You told me the whole story. It sounded like Safari 2.0. Stop! What I mean, Safari 2.0. Stop! No!
That is me. I can't even front. That is me. That is me. It'd be like, no. I told you, no. We're not having this discussion, you know. Daddy, I want this. No, Kyrie. We got you a toy last time. Yesterday.
Yeah. Shout out to Dave's LFC chats and to everyone else in the chats. Do smash the like button. FSG will need to invest to protect their valuable asset. Again, correct me if I'm wrong here, guys. That's to both of you, Matt and Drift, but also in the comments. Am I right in hearing rumors that FSG would like to buy a club in Germany as well? Have I heard that? Have I seen that?
I've heard that. Yeah, they wanna.
I haven't heard anything about that. No.
It's to do with so
Dortmund.
No, not Dortmund.
I'd be all right with that.
No, but they wouldn't give us the players. They'll be doing it to make all that profit they make, where they keep getting the little G's and then turning them into 100 mil players, bro.
No, but we get first dibs in it.
I've heard of the noise.
Ain't that France?
That's a French. No, yes, France. No, what the person trying to say is this, yeah.
Well.
I've heard.
Hold on, wait. What? They want a French club and a German club?
No, but here's the thing. Let's slow it down. Slow it down. Because I tell you why.
Have they ever heard of "Don't spread yourself thin"?
Bro, it's not about the buying thing. Do you know what it is? They want to try and do some deals where, you know, like the feeder club type thing. So you see, like how Man City. I know they do own. I think it's New York thingy in America.
The City Group own a couple.
But I think with us, I don't know whether it's a buy thing or whether we want to do the whole like feeder club thing, because that's what I'm seeing. It's more the feeder club. Do you really? I mean, I'd be shocked if Liverpool gone by Toulouse and gone by, I don't even know, like Frankfurt or something. I'm just giving you an example. Like I would be shocked, but then I wouldn't be. Do you want to know why? In a weird way, with FSG, they would look at it like, okay, so if we can own more clubs, that means more valuable assets to us. But at the same time, this is where I feel like it's going to be a feeder club thing, because I just can't see those clubs just like being sucked dry for us. I don't think, you know what I mean? I don't think it's just going to run like that. I don't see it. So, I don't know.
Probably be a feeder club to the biggest team in that country. So Liverpool wouldn't even benefit. PSG and Bayern Munich would benefit from it.
It'd be interesting to see how it worked, to be honest. Laser LFC says, big up, man. It's hard to see Mbappe come here with the owners that we have. Some of our top players will have to make way for that to happen.
Man, like Laser becoming a Viewers Review legend.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Before we move on to and be specific about Mbappe, I wanted to look at like this summer because, excuse me, a lot of the focus has been on players that we want to bring into the club, players that we potentially need to bolster out the squad and the first 11. Are we failing to recognise and remember that there are quite a few players going into the last year or two of their contracts that we need to maintain at the club, a la Virgil, Salah, Fabinho? I think Alisson's in that category as well.
Mane's as well.
No, I don't think Mane's in the last 2 years.
I think he is, you know. I think Mane's 2023.
No, I don't think so, you know, Matt. I think he signed a new deal in 2019. If I'm not mistaken. I thought
Mane was 2023.
That would make sense anyway, though, Cal. 4-year deal, 2019 to 2023 would make sense.
Right, yeah, you're right. It would. Oh, geez, that's another. So again, my point exactly.
Yeah.
So the wage budget might be where it is now, but I'll be real with you. Alisson, we can't lose. Salah, we can't lose. Virgil, we can't lose. Fabinho, we can't lose. And in my humble opinion, Mane, we can't lose either. As 5 top earners, 5 of our best players, maybe not on 4 more injuries before anyone jumps down my throat, but that's 5 players, in my opinion, we have to do everything to keep before we even look outside.
Yeah.
So basically what we're dealing with right now is the electrics are faulty, the toilet's leaking, the showers stop working, the heating's not working, and there's no running hot water. We can't justify to the missus that we're going to go and buy a pair of TNs, can we? Like, we just can't, can we? We've got to sort our stuff at home first before we say, yeah, I'm going to go.
No,
Agreed.
that depends, bro, because if there's a family reunion coming up, you got a front, bro. You have to front.
You're going to be fronted in a house that ain't a home then, bro.
Yeah.
Before I let you guys answer that, though, so SK says, Ramadan Mubarak. Yes, indeed, to all of our followers from a part of Islam faith. Even if you're not, then yes, please do respect those who are fasting at the moment, whether it be on the stream or in the workplace, friends, family. It's a hard thing to do. As I said, I'm very fortunate to have a lot of Muslim brothers and sisters, and the respect I have for them doing that. It's not easy. People think it's an easy thing. It's not. Theo Woods LFC, shout out to Theo Woods. Yes, lads, thanks again for including me yesterday. Absolute pleasure. Thank you for sending in your video, Theo. It's a pleasure. So yes, do we have a task on our hands in terms of maintaining players before we even look at bringing anyone else into the club?
No, man, I'm not having that as an excuse, man.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying,
not to you. I'm saying if the owners blame contract renewals for why we don't have a good summer, I'm not having any.
I'm not even speaking of that. I'm talking about the players themselves. Are any of those players, do you think, at risk of wanting to potentially move on, or the club wanting to sell potentially?
Run me the list again: Van Dijk, Mane, Fabinho,
Alisson,
Salah,
and Salah.
Salah's the one that worries me.
And that's not including Cater. I think Ox falls into that category as well.
Yeah, Naby, Ox, and
Salah's the one that
someone else.
Salah's the one that worries me, because he's the one who has been making a lot of noise about wanting to go. And if he's only got 2 years left, then they'll have to get rid of him now to keep his value. So that worries me. Van Dijk just coming back. I don't think anybody would take a chance on him just yet. So that gives us a bit of
of course they would. They would, you know. So? Yeah, but on a level,
what, you think somebody would offer us like 120, 130 when they don't even know if he's going to be the same player?
Bro, no. I think
who's that for?
Van Dijk. Let me say this, Drift. Let me say this. Let's say
you think a club would actually take a risk when they don't know what he's going to be like?
Let's say, for example,
what 130?
Real Madrid.
Yeah, it is, bro. That's a lot of money,
bro. Let's say Real Madrid or Barca had the money. Yeah, I'm almost certain that they would try. If, let's say, for example, Van Dijk was like, I'm not too sure, or he's deliberating, and we haven't seen him play, bro, I can guarantee you they would pay that money. They would, because they would look at it as it's a gamble worth taking. They actually would. When you're a big club like that, these are gambles that sometimes you do take. And we're not talking about, dare I say it, like a Kanate who's up and coming, but he's had injury problems. We're talking about a Premier League winner and a Champions League winner, and arguably one of the best defenders to ever play the game.
Yeah. That ain't the problem. That ain't the problem.
I'm gonna switch it on you, Drift, real quick. Neymar comes off a season injury and is available for 100 mil. You paying that for him?
Do you know what? I know you've tried to pull on my heartstrings by making it Neymar. No, you've tried to pull on my heartstrings by making it Neymar, but I'll give you an example.
All right, hold on. All right, stop there.
Falcao's one of the best strikers that's ever graced the planet.
No,
it took him 3 years to get over that knee.
Yeah, Neymar.
That's Falcao.
Drift, we both know.
But Falcao goes in that category of world-class elite striker.
No. That is
world-class. At the time, he was.
But Drift, hear me out.
3 years to get over that knee injury, you know.
Drift. Let me ask you this question quickly. Neymar's been injured a lot, even this season. Let's say, for example, 100 million. He was like, I'm not signing that new deal. And Liverpool were like, should we take that gamble? And you was head of recruitment. Would you tell Liverpool to go and get him?
Yeah, I would.
This is all he was asking. That's it. I'm trying to deliberate and give us all these examples.
Of course he would.
I would as well. You crazy? 100 mil for Neymar.
And when it comes to certain players like Neymar, Van Dijks, and all these
there's
players,
certain ones, innit?
There's certain ones where you just say, you know what? You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, it's too good, bro.
Got to do what you gotta do.
Always worries me a little bit more with defenders though, because they've got to be rough for a living.
Virgil's never had to be rough, bro.
He does. You just don't realize he's being rough because he's a bit of a bully in the playground because he's so much bigger than everyone. But he does have to play rough. He does.
We're saying Michael Jackson's Smooth Criminal. That. Oh, hey, he's smooth with it though. I can't even lie.
Abubakar Ali. We went from Mbappe to Haaland to Sancho to Daka, and now someone called Daniel Marlon. No, I don't know Daniel Marlon, so I can't judge him either way. But there's been a steep drop there still.
Next thing you know. Wait, fan base, you ready for the big take? Next thing you know, next week Liverpool agree 55 million fee with Aston Villa for Ollie Watkins.
I was thinking Callum Wilson. I'm not gonna lie, if Newcastle go down
because he banded us up. You know how we like to buy players that band us up sometimes,
yeah.
Innit?
Ace and Industries. Surely depth is more priority over one or two positions. Let's discuss that. That's a fair comment, actually, Ace and Industries. All right. I know we do transfer stuff every Monday for every time we're on the show, it feels like. But let's get into the nitty-gritty a little bit here. Matt, I'm going to start with you. If realistically, how many players do you think Liverpool need this summer? Realistically. And again, I say realistically because we could turn around and say, oh, we need another, I don't know, we need another top-class goalkeeper, but the chances of that happening are very unrealistic.
All right, this is what I think they're going to do, because I think realism is you kind of have to think of what your club would do rather than what I would do. So I think we're going to go in for a centre-back. I do think Kanate is the top target. I also think we may make Kabak permanent as well.
Cool.
Maybe. I think a midfielder comes in if Gini Wijnaldum goes. I'm not too sure about the name yet. And I think it's going to be a forward as well, personally. I don't know whether it's going to be a wide forward or... Because, excuse me, I think Divock Origi, I know Jiff might not like it, but I've got a funny feeling he might go. And I'm just wondering whether they will use some of the money that they get for Divock Origi to put towards someone else. So that's how I'm looking at it as being realistic. So, and again, dare I say it, those options are kind of sell to buy, so to speak. So if Origi leaves, you get the striker. When Gini leaves, I know it's not selling, but he comes off the books, you get the midfielder. And then obviously with the centre-backs, dare I say it, I think Matip might leave, and then you bring in a Kanate, so to speak. So whether the player, comes out of contract or they get sold, that sell to buy model is always kind of going to be there, I feel anyway. I could be wrong. We could get maybe another midfielder, because I don't know what's going to happen with James Milner. I generally don't know. That's hard to say as well. But I think if I'm being realistic, I could see Liverpool getting 3 to 4 players max. But I think it's going to be 3, though. And I don't know whether we're going to be... Yeah, go on.
Okay, so you reckon 3. So, but in your opinion, not necessarily what the club's going to do, in your opinion, how many do you think we need realistically this summer?
Realistically, you need to get rid of Adrian, but I'm worried that he's going to stay. Genuinely, I'm genuinely worried. So I think a replacement for Adrian. I want a very good. Another day. Yeah, I want someone that can challenge Trent. I also want a midfielder that can do everything. I also want a number 10.
All in this summer, though. All in this summer.
This is this summer, yeah.
So you've got a goalkeeper, right back, centre back, centre mid, 10, and a striker, and a wing forward.
No, well, here's the thing.
So you got 6 then.
If we get Mbappe, for me, you don't need to go and get a wing forward and a forward. You just get Kylian, innit? And again, that's very unrealistic. But I'm just saying, when you deep it and look at what our squad actually needs, yeah, I'm not even saying you have to get those 5 or 6 pieces straight away. But if you can get 3 to 4 of them and they're of high quality, you're still making progress. But what worries me is that we're going to make those type of signings where we will be happy as a fan base, but are we going to be happy enough? Are we going to be fully satisfied? Like when it's all said and done? Because you look at Tsimikas, Thiago and Jota, yes, we were happy, but we weren't shaking a leg like how we was in the 2018-2019 season when we bought Alisson, Keita, Fabinho and Shaqiri. And Thiago's the biggest name that we've ever signed, but it wasn't on that same level. That's because people were still unsure about Jota, even I was, but Jota's done very well. Jota's sick. Thiago was the guaranteed one. Tsimikas, you're hoping he can be better. Alisson came with a reputation. Naby Keita came with a reputation. Fabinho came with a reputation. And we know what Shaqiri done in the Premier League before. So see that summer there? I want something like that. You don't have to revolutionize the squad, you know. It's about evolution, innit? Just make those tweaks to take us forward or get those players in to take us to the next level. That's what I would like to see from Liverpool.
So I don't know if this was you who sent this super chat, Matt, but someone says miserable, Matt. We have to be realistic. We need about 3 or 4 players, but I don't see FSG doing that unless we sell assets like Mane and Salah. All right, so
I've got about 50 million aliases now,
you do have a few out there.
Back of them.
Drift, how many players realistically do you think we need this summer?
Probably say about 4.
What positions are those for you?
Before I forget, Matt, none of those players were superstars. That's the difference. Even though they had a lot of kind of like money in the bank in terms of what people thought of them as players, none of them were superstars. It's a lot harder to get a superstar than it is to get a player that people know is good, but he doesn't have that Neymar quality or that Haaland hype or where it's totally different, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? I say Keita was probably the only one that kind of had a bit of a reputation where we thought, well, he might be a bit out of reach. Do you know what I mean? Other than that, I'd probably say if you put the money up, you got the others. Do you get what I mean? Like, especially like Alisson, it was always paying you get him. It was never we couldn't get him. It was just, are we willing to pay? You know what I mean? Yes,
but you still had to fork out the money. And dare I say it, Alisson did come with a reputation. And the reason why is, remember, he was Brazilian #1. Real Madrid wanted him, and so did Chelsea. And he was that guy that everyone was like, if you want to get a goalkeeper, you got to get that guy.
Yeah.
And we were linked with him before.
Chelsea really wanted him.
Chelsea tried right to the end. We wanted him badly. And so
did they really though? They had no one at that time.
But Courtois was leaving, remember?
Yeah.
That's why they ended up with that's why they ended up with Kepa, bro.
But was Courtois going at that time when we
they wanted Ali, bro, like us.
No, I wasn't at the beginning. It's sort of the middle of the window from what I remember.
They wanted Ali like us, and so did Real Madrid. They were trying.
Maybe Ali does go into that category a bit then.
Yeah. Bogdan says Neto is out for at least 6 months with a knee injury. Yes, we are going to discuss Neto. If you guys know, that hurts me a lot.
Yeah, that's mad.
Musa, unpopular opinion, Salah and the club may have to come to a mutual agreement to sell. All this noise isn't without a reason. From the club's perspective, Salah at his peak to sell makes sense financially.
I don't want to hear that, you know?
I'll be honest, I completely disagree with that view.
Because
I agree with it. I just don't want it to happen.
No, but
he's right. At 29 years old, he is at the point where he's at his highest value. If you wait another year or 2, you don't get the money you want.
Okay, what did Hazard do when it was Chelsea? He had a year left.
You can't always look at that, bruv. That's a one-off, man.
No. But can I tell you something? I will say this: players with years left, when they're of a higher profile, the price doesn't shift as much. Yeah. You see Neymar now, bro. Neymar's got a year left, and I think so does Mbappe, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, or when it hits the summertime. If you wanted to buy Mbappe right now, yeah, it's still going to cost you like 150 million.
Yeah, but that's one of the reasons why I'm feeling like he might not go, because I don't know if anyone's going to pay the amount.
Well,
they can ask for whatever they want, but who's going to pay it though?
The thing is, financially, when we say financially, are we talking makes sense financially for Liverpool? Because you got remember, there's two sides.
No, for the club buying, bro. For the club buying.
No. But here's the thing: I know when people look at Salah right now and probably think, oh, this noise is kind of kicking up. Like, should we sell him? Whatever, rare tear tear. But I've kind of always said this though. I think Salah wants to stay. I do think for a player to kind of make these kind of noises says that you've spoken to the club already, and maybe the club have kind of shown you disrespect or whatever. But I think he wants to stay. And again, I know he's kind of open when he says things like, you never know what's going to happen in future. Some players are like that though. They just are, but they sometimes end up staying at that club. Look at Aguero. Like, there's been years before when they've asked Aguero, like, do you see yourself playing? He's like, I don't know. See what the future holds. Who knows what's going to happen? But he stays there. And I think it's how you're treated as well. Like, I think with Liverpool, they just have to be on their P's and Q's. As Cal said when he brought up that list, that list of proper players, you sign them up, and then see what you can do after that. Because remember, you got to take care of home first before you can go outside and start spending money. So we've got to do that first, innit? That's one thing I will say. And I know what you're saying just about in terms of you won't accept it. I won't accept it either. But one thing I definitely won't accept is that, I don't know, we buy, I'm trying to think. Let's say we buy Memphis Depay or whatever, but then we find out, Sadio Mane is going a week later. It's like, what? What are you talking about? So hold on, you were wooing Depay behind the scenes, but you couldn't sign up our player who's already at the club. You just got to show him a bit more courtesy, a bit more gratitude, and I'm sure he will sign. These players love our club, you know. They all love the club, obviously on different levels. But I just think if you
like
treat
I
them
said,
with
the point would be, I don't want Mo to go, but I would get where the club's coming from if they thought this was the summer to get rid of him. 2 years left in his deal, and he's 28, turning 29. If you wait till he's 29, turning 30 with 1 year left in his deal, you're not getting what you want.
No, agreed. You don't want to
That's a fact. You're not getting what you want. You probably only get maybe like 60 or 70 mil at the most.
But why are we even talking about selling him though?
That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm just saying the super chat was saying why they think FSG will cash in on Salah, and I agree.
And you're saying, okay.
No, I don't think the super chat was saying that. I think the actual person who sent the super chat was saying that's what he or she would do.
Hold on.
I swear.
I believe so.
No, from the club perspective, he said.
But even from the club perspective, though, for me, it still doesn't make sense because you're cutting. It's like you're selling one asset to bring in another asset.
Yeah, but bro, you was the one who was telling me that time when you get the whole value of like why you would get Mbappe over Kane, for example, because you can think about selling Mbappe. Kane, once you buy him,
no. That was completely different. My argument was that was an insurance type of policy. But they're going to be thinking like that with Mo, bro. They're going to be thinking if we wait till Mo value drops and we can't use that money to put back in the squad, how do we go and get another player of the same quality? But if that's the case,
how they'll be thinking, bro.
No, but if that's the case, then you don't keep any player. Then we'd always sell players. Then.
Yeah, and that was what my argument was back then. When I was saying I don't care if Harry Kane's older, I don't want to buy a player thinking about getting rid of him. But the club,
my argument
they will.
Different. No, my argument to that.
I'm guaranteeing you right now, the club will be weighing up whether getting rid of Mo will be better for the club financially. I can guarantee you.
No, you're right. You're right. This is how I see it. Yeah. If Salah has given an indication that he's not willing to stay at Liverpool, or they've been talking privately behind the scenes about a contract negotiation and they just can't agree, yes, 100%, they will think, well, if we can't agree on it, then we might as well sell him. That's exactly what they will be doing. From a business perspective, you would do that. If your number one asset don't want to stay with you for various reasons, you're going to be thinking, I might as well sell him. But here's the thing. It is not hard, in my opinion, to keep Mohamed Salah. It's generally not hard.
Yes.
That's not the argument. No,
that's not the argument. This ain't towards you, Drift. This is just to Liverpool. If you're watching, it is so simple. Mohamed Salah is a Liverpool legend. Yeah, right now he is balling out like he does every single season. Not in the great season, but he's still balling out. We had Torres, we had Suarez, we had Owen, we had Fowler. They're all legends, so to speak, or in some people's minds they are. Certain people, yeah. But you see Salah right now, I don't think you can even compare what this man has done over the last 4 years. It's absolutely sensational. All Liverpool have to do is sit man down and say, listen, you see that list that come out in Forbes saying that how much, how valuable we are? We're going to show you a bit of valuable. We're actually going to give you a contract that reflects what you're actually worth. And don't get it twisted, Biff. I get what you're saying in terms of, we have to keep wages like at a certain level because if not, everyone's going to start going mad. But I'm sorry, this is Mohamed Salah, bro. Man can't be making less than Harry Kane and Rashford in them, man. But we still want to act like he's the Egyptian king. Yes, to us, he is the fans. But what about the club? How do the club actually see Mohamed Salah? You've got to respect what he's doing. I don't know.
I hear that. But you know, like I said, I do get where the club's coming from in terms of opening up a can of worms. Yeah. Because even though Mo is our best asset and he deserves more money, then Van Dijk can definitely say he wants 300 grand a week and no one can say anything. Boom, you got 2 players now earning that. Alisson could turn around and say he wants 250 easy. Boom, you've got to pay it. After the season Fabinho's just had, he could turn around and go, I want 200. And then you're opening this can of worms, bro, where everyone now is just piling on with these big ass wages. And then they will turn to us and go, we can't afford to buy players because we got this, and this. But you wanted these guys to be at the club, so we paid the wages.
But this is as a business, you should know this is the case.
No, I know, but I'm playing devil's advocate to show you what they would do to us if as in like with future transfers, if they've got to pay Virgil 300, Mo 300. You know what I mean? They're going to start making other areas of the squad.
That's them copying out if that's the case, because.
But we know they will.
No. But like, you can't. Let's say, for example, you want to go and buy a nice flashy car. You can't expect to be paying the same amount of petrol you were paying before. Can't expect to be paying the same amount of road tax and car and insurance. I'm on your way,
but I'm telling you, the club won't think about it like that.
I think they will. They have to, just from a common sense point of view.
But even from a realistic point of view, though, let's say, for example, me and Cal work at the same workplace, but like what he does, he's doing way more than me. So I'm not turning up. I'm turning up to work, but I'm not putting in that graph that everyone can see. If Cal gets that pay rise, I can't turn around and be like, oh, if Cal gets that pay rise, then I need one too. So I get what you're saying, Jeff, but it's about the body of work. Only certain man can really ask for the top.
There's a lot. I can name you enough man in our team right now that could knock on that door and ask for 200 grand.
No, they can't. No, but we're talking about a certain
level of wage. Ask for 200 grand.
No, not 200, Jeff.
The best right back in the world. He could go and ask for 200 grand right now.
How old is Trent?
I don't care about age.
No. What do you mean?
I don't care about age.
It's about profile of player. Well, I'm talking about.
Okay, so if you take away Trent's body of work over the last 2 seasons, do we achieve what we achieved?
Can I ask you one quick question?
No. If we take away Trent's body of work over the last 2 years, do we achieve what we achieved? The man's got like 30-something assists, you know.
All right. I hear what you're saying, Drew.
Do we have one?
The reason I don't think Trent can say yes 200k right now is because of the season he's having. He can't turn around and do that off the back of this season. I think he's still got like 12 assists in what is considered his worst ever season. No, but again, Drift, you're the one saying about numbers and that, saying that shouldn't paper over the cracks. Like, we all will sit here, hand on our heart, say Trent hasn't had a great season this season.
No, he hasn't had a great season.
So that's what I'm saying. He can't go and knock on the door and say 200k right now.
No, he can. He can't.
Not after a bad season. He can't.
Not after this season.
It ain't just about the season he just had. It's about his overall.
It's
about his overall value to the team.
All right.
You see Salah right now, though.
Sorry, one step, Max. One step. But Drift, it's like this, yeah. Say, for example, I've worked at the workplace for 2 years, yeah. My first year was sensational, but my second year was terrible. I can't, after my second year, go to my boss and say, I need a double my pay rise. Because he or she is going to say, your last year's been terrible. Your first year was great, but your last year wasn't great. It wasn't good enough to be demanding what you're asking for.
Okay, and here's the thing I'll say to you on that, bro. If he wasn't Scouse, 100% right now, Man City or Chelsea would be talking to him and would lose him. If you don't want to pay him 200 grand a week, Ashley Cole, part 2. I guarantee you. The only reason why we'd have to worry about Trent is because he's a Scouser. If he were a Scouse, I'm telling you, right now, Man City and Chelsea would be eyeing up his blood clot.
I'm not saying they wouldn't.
I'm telling you now.
Pep Guardiola. I'm not saying
they wouldn't. Do you know how much Pep would want that brother in his team, bro?
Bro, I'm not saying they wouldn't, but we can't just sit here and say only because he's Scouse, that's the only reason why we ain't got to worry that he would want to leave. I think that's a bit unfair, because it's like saying, because here's the thing, yeah? Okay, let's say, for example, Trent was, I don't even know. Trent was Norwegian. Yeah? Just because he's Norwegian, it doesn't mean to say that, teams will look at him, but because he's not Scouse, that means to say that, you know what I'm saying? I think that's a bit hard.
No,
to
but
say.
I'm using your logic, Matt, because if Man City say they will pay him 200 grand and he's going and seeing Carl Walker's on 180, Reece James is on 150, and then he's on his little dibby wage, he's going to say, I'm the best right back in the league. Why am I getting this piss poor wage?
No, but not everyone chases the bag, though. If they're in this,
bro, that's what I was trying to say about Salah before, though, remember? And you said it's about being paid what you're worth. Trent is worth that. He's the best right back in the league, bro.
Bro, they're in different points of their careers. You see this contract that Salah's about to sign now? It will be arguably the biggest of his
last
career.
big one.
We're talking about Trent Alexander-Arnold, who's still wet behind the ears.
Yeah, but it's still about what he's worth, though, right? If you're the best right back in the league, you should be paid as the best right back in the league. No, but
bro, hear what I'm saying. All right, here's one. Someone just throw up a name. Foden. Do you really think Foden's on 200,000 a week? Do you think Foden's on 200,000 a week?
Foden's not the best in his position, though, Matt. I see it from both of you. I'm in
Foden's
between
nowhere near the best in his position. Trent is the best right back in the league.
No. But hear what I'm saying, though. You see Phil Foden? He's from Manchester, innit? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah? Other teams might have looked at him, innit? Am I lying? They might have looked at him. But I think with Foden, he probably looked at who he's playing under, not just because I'm from Manchester.
City's an anomaly, bro. They don't ever let anyone go. That's not the right team to use.
No, but what I'm trying to say is this, though, Jiff. With Trent Alexander-Arnold, yeah, I don't think just because he's Scouse, like, say, again, if he's Norwegian, that we should have been going, Raj, you know what? Yeah, he might go. I generally think like Trent actually likes Liverpool, regardless of the Scouse.
Yeah, who he plays under. Bro. But
that's what I'm saying. But you made it like some definitive statement where it's like, well, if it,
no, I was using the exact logic you used on Salah, bro, where you were like, Salah will look at other players getting 350 and think, well, I want 350. If Liverpool won't pay me that, I'll go. Mo's happy at Liverpool.
All right,
but here's the difference with that one. To their careers, though. That's what I'm trying to say.
Salah is having his. Salah right now is having a very, very good season, despite what's going on around him. Trent can't say the same thing. If Trent,
that means that we're only just going on like football fashion of like, are you great right now because you've been playing well?
No, we're not drift, but we're looking at body of work, and body of work includes your last year. If your last year hasn't been up to par, you can't demand what you would have. All right, so we've just hear me out.
Potential is also a part of it.
Hear me out. No, Drift, hear me out. You just made the argument saying that you'd sell Salah now, potentially, or the club would sell Salah now because right now he's at the peak of his powers, in theory, right?
No, I said the club will sell Salah now because they know that they can't ask for a lot of money next year when he's got 1 year left and he's 30.
All right, so that goes back to the Trent thing. Trent can't ask for 200k right now when he's not having a good season. It wouldn't make sense.
He can, bro, because any team who looks at the potential of this 22-year-old and is willing to pay will turn his head, Cal. No, it ain't about us. It's about where he will go.
No, but Drift, you're missing my point here.
I get your point. I just don't agree.
He can ask for it. He won't get it.
No, but that's what I'm saying. He can't justify getting that right now. If he asked for that at the end of last season, there's a conversation to be had, regardless of his age, regardless of anything.
At the end of that season, I disagree.
So, all right, so Drift, anyone coming off a bad season can say, well, the season. So, all right, so if Mane,
if you're of a certain caliber of player, yeah, I think it don't matter what season you had. You can. So
you're telling me right now, if Mane or Firmino asked for a bumper contract, we'd be justified in doing that.
Mane, yeah, because for 4 years he performed consistently.
But we're talking about because now, Drift, we're talking about now. We have to talk if we're going to do a new contract now.
No, but then so that means that right now Mane don't deserve a contract then.
No, right now he doesn't, Drift. And
I'm saying he does because then you're forgetting about what he did for the club.
I'm saying he doesn't. No, Drift. I'm saying he doesn't deserve a bumper contract. Now check this. I'm going to switch it in a different way now. Yeah, hear me out. You have a car, yeah? For the last 4 years, that car's been performing very well. For the last year, it hasn't. Are you going to put money back into that car? Or are you going to potentially look at selling it and getting a new one?
But again, that depends whether I'm thinking about trying to make profit or whether I just love the car.
But regardless of love, because when it comes to a car, you have to think with your head first, or else you're going to be leaking money.
Yeah, exactly. So it depends how rich
So
am I? Do I love the car? Like,
but this is what I'm saying, Drift. If a car's been performing for 4 years very well, but the last year it hasn't been performing well, you're going to consider whether you need to be putting the same sort of money into this car or not. Because is it going to last?
plus,
If
I
it's showing,
think a car's
if
a
it's
bad
showing
example
signs,
because machinery is a little bit different. You know what I
no,
mean? Like, it's a
but
little
we're
No,
bit
still
but
talking
it's
different than
about
still
a
the
G.
players.
same logic, though. What he's
It's the
saying is
same
this,
logic.
though. All
Not
he's
really,
saying,
because a
I
29-year-old
think is
human isn't like I don't know, a car that's got 200,000 miles on the clock.
no,
It's
but no
totally
one's
different.
saying
No,
that. All we're saying is this, though. We're worried about whether Mane is tired or Mane's in a decline. Nobody actually knows, and we won't
You
even
know what,
find
sir?
out.
I just like to say 3 or 4 months of not performing to the level he did before is not a decline. It's actually a ludicrous statement, in my opinion.
Oh
no,
my
you can't
God.
say it's a ludicrous statement.
No, it is, man. You need to be in poor form for like 12 to 18 months for it to be looked at as you're actually a declining athlete. To have a 3 or 4 month bad spell and to be said you're declining is ludicrous.
Bruv, do you hear what I just said? I just
It's
said we
ludicrous.
don't know whether he's in a decline or whether he is tired. Yeah, and this is what happens in football.
So why can't it
Sometimes,
just be poor form?
but no one said. You didn't hear what? Did I say that?
I'm
Bruv?
not, and
You
I'm
hear
not
what
even
saying?
pointing at you particularly.
I'm just saying.
I'm talking
We
about
don't-
to the whole
no.
fan base.
No.
Why can't he just be in poor form?
No, but
How
bro,
comes everybody is
bro.
going 0 to 100?
I'm not.
No. I'm asking an honest. I'm asking an honest
said-
question here, bro. He is
Yeah.
29 years old, yeah, which isn't
Yeah.
old, and he's had poor
That's
form
old, yeah.
for a couple of months, and all of a sudden it means he's a declined athlete.
No,
Why has
I don't-
everybody gone so far left?
Bro, because here's the thing. People,
It-
as
it-
you said,
it's
either go
bullshit.
one way or the other. I said from day one, I don't think he's in a decline. I said he's mad tired, he's mad fatigued. I said we won't see the best of Mane till next season. But what I'm trying to say is Liverpool Football Club are going to, crunch the numbers, look at the data analysis and think, is he in a decline or is he in bad form or is he just tired? That's what they're going to do. They're going to look at all aspects, whether you agree with it or not. And that's why when Cal was trying to bring up the point of the new contract thing, of course Mane deserves a new contract, 100%. But it's what contract do you actually desire based on how you are right now? That's a judgment call that Liverpool will have to make. You see, here's the thing, Jiv. If Mane wasn't showing, so to speak, deficiencies, whether it is tiredness or not this season, there'll be no argument at all. At all. I still think it is a new contract. It just depends on what you're going to base it on. That's the thing. Are you going to base it on the work that he's done prior? Which I think, to a degree, you should honour a man's body of work. But at the same time, Liverpool are going to think, well, yeah, last year, we're not too sure what's going on with you, Mane. So the money you're demanding right now, we may have to look at that. That's what I think they would do, personally.
No, I'm not saying that they won't. But what I'm saying is that right there is bullshit, in my opinion. And I feel like everybody is like, and this is what I'm saying, everybody has gone from 0 to 100. And I'm just confused. I almost feel like it's become like not a trend, but it's just become Mane's on the decline. Let's jump on his back. You know what I mean? Because I do not get how I've watched football for all the years I've watched football, and it's just bad. He's having a bad season. He's out of form. Blah blah blah. That's a general consensus. All of a sudden, though, with Mane, everyone's just gone. He's on the decline. Get rid of him. Sell him. He's lost it. Right? And I'm like, hold on, what? I don't even get it. I don't even get how you can be 3 or 4 months of poor form and you're on the decline. You're done. Get rid of you. We don't need you anymore. In my opinion, that is the most ludicrous, uneducated football response to a person in bad form you could ever have. It just is. I don't get it. Honestly, I don't get it. It
Here's the thing, Jim. Sorry, Cal, just quickly. You brought up the COVID thing, which is a valid argument. Again, it's like saying just because someone has COVID, some people think, well, once it's gone, you're just back to yourself. Some people, it affects them very differently. So that's why I've never made a definitive judgment call on Mane, like some of the fan base. Some of the fan base have said he's in a decline, rare, it's done. I generally think with Mane, it's fatigue. I could be wrong. It could be COVID. I could be wrong again. He could be in a decline, but I find it hard to believe.
Why can't he just have a bad year? You know, Liverpool has been performing very well every season since he was about 21 years old. What is he not
Bro,
allowed
I
a first
hear you.
season?
I
Like
hear you.
Jesus
Right.
Christ!
Let me play devil's
I hear you.
advocate though, yeah, guys.
Fucking. Do you know how many people don't perform
Drift.
well?
Drift.
No, we
man,
hear
chill.
you, bro. No, we hear you. We
Fucking
hear you.
hell.
It's just
Hear
Mane,
it.
bro. It's Mane. We hear you, bro.
Check this though. If I'm going to play devil's advocate, yeah, we've all said we think Kabak's good, but not quite good enough for Liverpool potentially. Yeah, take us to that next level.
Agreed.
We said that. How many games did we say that after?
I said that after the first game, me personally.
All right. I'm also going to ask you another question. When does it stop being poor form and start being a decline? That's my second question. And also, does a decline not start with poor form as well?
I only think you're a declining athlete if you get to an age where it's unrecoverable. So if you're about 33, 34, and obviously retirement would be on the horizon in the general consensus, then I would look at a situation and go, yes, it's probably you're on a decline. Do you know what I mean? Like you're not quite able to do what you did before. If you're in your 20s, I don't care. You can have 2 seasons in a row where you weren't that good. It's not declining.
No, but you can say that, Drift, because some people's bodies are different, bro. There's 29-year-olds out there in foot. But
Alexis Sanchez.
Milner was what, 29 when he joined Liverpool, right? And he's still a machine to this day. You look at other players who are 35, then they're not still doing what Milner's doing. You look at players when they're 29.
Of course, it's down to
guys, how old was Alexis Sanchez? How old was Alexis Sanchez? Can you remember?
About 29.
That's what I'm saying. It's mad.
You know what? I don't even think Sanchez was on the decline. He went to the wrong club. When he left Arsenal, he was a bad boy.
No,
Man United was just the wrong club.
Dare I say it? He looked like
no. When he was at Arsenal, he was still performing. Man, you was the wrong move.
Joe Cole. When did he start declining?
Joe Cole was injuries. He just kept getting injured and injured.
I'm not. But did he decline? He was declining, right?
Yeah, injuries made him decline.
No, but all right, Rooney. When did Rooney start declining?
Probably
late
when he
20s.
was. Yeah, probably when he's about 29.
When did Owen start declining? In his 20s.
Yeah, but Owen was an injuries situation.
No, but Owen was also rinsed.
No, again, I'm not talking about injuries.
Plus, if I'm being honest with you, Rooney's not a good example because from the age of 16, that man just got rinsed. Now, when I mean he got rinsed, I mean he got rinsed.
This is my point, Drift. Mane's been rinsed for the last.
No, not for his whole life. He hasn't.
No, but it doesn't, brother. It doesn't have to be for a man's whole life, bro. Mane's been running to the ground, bro.
All right, Mane's on the decline then. Is that what we're saying now? Yeah.
Nobody is
when you're doing that, Drift.
I don't know. I'm hearing people putting up arguments to the fact that it could be true. That's all I'm hearing.
No. He's not saying it's true. He's just asking a question. He's just, Johnny is Drift. No, Drift. I'm not trying to change your mind.
You're not even listening, bro. There's no point having
I'm not. I'm 100%. I'm not listening. If people put Mane decline in the same sentence, I'm not listening.
No, but Drift, hear what I'm trying to say.
When did you hear me say Mane's declining?
No, but your argument is to kind of give validation to the question. And the question
I'm not. He's not even saying he's declining. He's asking the question.
The question is bullshit.
How is the question bullshit?
I'm
sorry. Is Mane on the decline because he ain't having a good season?
No,
that's
Jeff,
a bullshit question.
Allow it. Here, that's not a bullshit question. It's a fair question.
Your attitude is
not
BS,
fair
bro.
at all, mate.
Your attitude is BS, bro. Because you're not even thinking without being emotional about it. You're just being emotional and not even listening to the question.
It's not emotional. It's completely
no, it's
rational.
very much emotional, Drift.
Nah, it's not. It's not.
No,
everyone's allowed to have a bad year. Everyone's allowed to have a bad year.
You can't have a bad year.
But all he's saying to you, he's asking. He wasn't saying Mane's in decline. He just asked you.
No, I said no. I answered your question. I said no.
Bro, but hear what I'm saying. He's just saying you're very much on one side because you're very much like there's definitely no decline. Almost used to say you're Mane's agent. No one's saying that, by the way. I'm just saying for me personally, I don't think he's in a decline either, bro. But it's kind of made me think a little bit. Well, maybe it could be. You know, like open your mind a little bit. That's all he was. He's just asking a question, fam. He's not saying change your mind. He's just saying more. You need to be playing
poorly for about 18 months to 2 years before people go, yeah, shit, this is a decline. You can't play badly for 3 or 4 months and all of a sudden it's just a decline.
No,
My
but hear what I'm
days.
saying. No, but hear what I'm saying.
No.
Bro, he's the host.
You can't.
He's not definitively
No, but here's the
saying
thing. No, but now here's the thing, though.
it's me for you, if anything. Yeah.
You can actually look at it in 3-4 months and look at someone and say they've declined. You can, because it can happen that quickly. To say it can't happen that quickly is ignorant.
All right, cool.
It can happen that quickly.
All right, cool. So why are we still wasting time on Firmino then?
Bruv, have I said Mane's declining?
No, but why are we wasting time on Firmino then? Because this is over 12 months now.
He asked the question.
Have I said I want Firmino to stay as number 9 for Liverpool? Have I not been?
No, I'm just
Haaland?
asking a general question. So are we done with Firmino then? Because it's been 12 months of poor form.
Bear fans are done with Firmino, bruv.
Yeah, but I've been one who said that. That's way over the top. So I'm not favoritizing
Have you call him Robert, bruv?
Yes, because he's not finishing his dinner. I've never said I want him dashed out the team and get rid of him, have I?
Bruv, no, but Robert, you make it personal, bruv. You're making it personal.
And the reason why I call him Robert is to just wind up Cal. We all know that.
Bro,
come on, man. Are we going to act like we don't know?
If I come on there and start calling you Derek, would you be all good with it, yeah?
Come on, man. Come
so
on.
I just start calling you Derek from now on.
Come on. We all know if I say something about Naby and Firmino, I'm doing it to wind you lot up. We all know. I've sat here and told everyone the Firmino slander has gone too far, and I think people are going way over the top of it. And you know I've done that on many occasions. When push comes to shove, I'm not against Firmino to the point where I'm like, he's done. Get rid of this brother. Because all I'm hearing is, get rid of Mane. Get rid of him. Shut him. He's done. I'm like, hold on a minute. What?
When did you say you wanted an out-and-out number 9 and you didn't want Bobby to be the striker anymore?
Probably about 7 or 8 months ago. 9 months ago.
So what we now? April. So that would have been what? July.
When we started the season, basically, I was like, I want a gunman now. I want a gunman.
As in the beginning of this season, yeah?
Yeah. I don't want Firmino up front no more. I want a gunman now.
Okay, so before that, before July, when would you say his form started declining?
I don't think his form has declined. I don't think in front of goal he's just been
No, his form has declined, bro. His form has declined.
No, because I still think his all-round play is good. It's just
it hasn't been
in front of goal. He just became.
I'm gonna be real. You might want to watch the tapes. You have.
He hasn't. I'm his biggest fan, brother. And I'm telling you, he hasn't been good enough.
Let's not go off on a tangent and start doing a whole. Now we're going to talk about Firmino and all that. I'm just saying.
No, but you
brought him up, and I'm using him as an example to say
what about
he's been on the decline as a centre forward. Hence why we're all screaming saying we want a Haaland, Kane, or an Mbappe. I'm not saying me personally that Mane's on the decline, but you can argue with some people saying he's on the decline because he looks like he's a yard slower. His first touch hasn't been good enough, and his finishing has been poor, and his positional play's not been good enough. So to turn around and say people, it's a stupid thing to say on the decline. Whether you agree, that's one thing, but to say it's stupid is not stupid because they may be seeing a decline quicker than we potentially see a decline. In the same way, you sat here, Matt.
Fair enough.
No, you sat here, Matt sat here. Yeah. When flipping Karius made the mistake against Bournemouth, you said bin him off, he's not good enough. And I turned around and said, you know what, I think he's good. And then we saw he wasn't good enough. You guys saw that.
No, Cal. Ability and form are two different things to judge. Just like when Matt was thinking that Kabak, he didn't think Kabak had it. It was only because of the ability of the player.
Do you understand the logic I'm bringing to the argument here?
Yeah. I just completely disagree with it, but I get.
No, I'm talking about with the Karius example.
No, because Karius weren't good enough based on ability. That wasn't about anything other than he's clearly not got the capabilities of being a Liverpool goalie because he doesn't have a good enough ability. You can tell ability straight off the bat. You can.
Oh yeah, but no one's saying
you can tell ability straight off the bat. That ain't a thing where you need months and months and months.
Listen, guys, let's move on. I'm just gonna say this one thing. I'm gonna stress it again. With Sadio Mane, I genuinely believe it's a fatigue thing. I just said maybe long-term COVID, but I also can't rule out the fact of, dare I say it, worst case scenario, he could be on a decline. Like, there's no one to sit here and tell us that he's definitely not on a decline. And again, I don't believe it. I was asking the question. That's why.
You know what? No, hold on. No, let me be honest with you, though. We could use that logic for every situation, though.
Drift is just, but I'm just giving you an example, fam.
No, I hear what you're saying, but by that logic, anytime a player doesn't play well for 3 or 4 months, we could go, right, he might be on the decline. Like, you can literally use that logic for every single player to ever play the game.
You can win the performance.
I think that's just way over the top.
It's not, because if the performances keep on getting worse in that period, it's a justified argument to have, whether you agree or disagree.
Do you know why? But do you know why performances get worse? Because confidence gets lower. You start overthinking
no one's
things.
Saying that.
Why is it always got to be a decline? Can it not just be confidence? Can it not just be poor form based on?
Here's the thing,
you're trying too hard.
Can I say something?
No, it can be. It can be poor form, Drift, but it could also be a decline. That's what I'm saying.
I've got a pain in my chest. It could just be a cold, or it could be cancer. We can always use that logic. Come on, man.
Exactly my point then. So you've just backed up my point then?
No, I haven't, because I'm saying every time a player's in poor form, you could go, yeah, but he could also be declining. So we can use that logic every single time a player's not playing well.
Yes, we can. Drift.
But that is ridiculous. That doesn't make. Come on, man.
No. But Drift, you just kind of made the point. Now, the reason being is that this year, whether you have a cough or whether you have something else, nobody knows what it is. Nobody knows. We don't know. Only you will know when you find out. So
every single time a player starts playing poorly, we need to assume
you keep on jumping to conclusions, bro. It's so frustrating, bro.
Fuck,
you can't keep on jumping to conclusions, bro, because you're not even listening.
I'm going off of what you lot are saying.
You're not, Drift. You're hearing what you want to hear, and then you're bringing it around.
Listen, you're a massive fan of Mane. I get it, bro. All we're asking, and even I'm thinking as well, there is that slightest chance that he could be on a decline. I don't think he is, and I don't even think Towers. We're just saying though. We can't definitively say though, like, it's definitely a loss of form, or he's just tired. Nobody knows that.
Of course, I agree with you.
So why was
but it's still a ludicrous statement for people to say he's done. Get rid of him, which is what my point was.
If he's asking a question, it has that statement, and the statement is definitive.
Have you said on this stream?
I'm lost.
In the poor form we've had since turn of the year, we're done as a club, and like we're on a decline as a club.
Have I said that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the difference? Because we've had poor form for the last 4 months. So is Mane.
But I've also said that I feel like when we get all our players back, we'll probably be all right. Have I not said that?
And I'm saying if Mane can get his pace back and his touch back, then he'll be all right as well. But I'm saying,
but he hasn't
no, wait, he has lost some pace, Drew. But what I'm saying there is, you've said because of Liverpool's poor form for the last 4 months, we're on a decline as a club. Therefore, fans who are saying,
well, I actually said I'm worried we're on the decline. I didn't say we're actually on the decline. I said I'm worried we're on the decline.
And Liverpool fans are saying they're worried Mane's on the decline.
No, they've said they're done with him. Get rid of him. They haven't said they're worried about nothing. They said get rid of him.
Some fans, not the whole fan base.
Well, I'm talking to the ones who've obviously said that. Because if you've never said that, then I'm not talking to you, am I?
Well, but what I'm saying is, if you can say the club's on the decline based on 4 months of poor performance,
worried they're on the decline, Cal.
We use the decline. Use the word decline, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Worried.
So,
never said factual. I said worried.
Jeff, now you're trying to back out of it because you know what?
No, because if you say Mane's done, get rid of him.
Definitive.
If you say Mane's done, get rid of him, that means you're just like, there's no turning back. It's already over. That's what you're saying. He's done.
This whole conversation.
And Drift, you've said we're done. We're not getting top 4.
Yeah, because that's talking about one season, not forever. Not for the rest of our existence. That's just for this season.
Never said you said it was about the
existence. For this season.
But you said we're done.
For this season, I didn't think we could get top 4. When Virgil and them lot come back, totally different scenario.
Okay, and as you just said, when Virgil and them lot come back, and I'm saying if Mane doesn't recoup his pace, if he's still a yard slower, if his finishing still not on point, and if his movement and stuff still aren't on point, then we're in the same boat. In the same way as if Virgil comes back and Gomez comes back and they don't perform and we're still where we are in a year's time, boom, we are where we are, innit?
And there's a lot of football to play in that year, which is my point.
And that's my
Wait
point
until
as well.
there's actual reason to feel that way. Don't be ridiculous and act like it after a couple of months.
But there is reason now, though, Drift. That's what I'm saying. If
with
Liverpool,
Mane you're talking about?
No, with both examples I've used. If we were to say right now, if anyone was to say over the last 4 months, Liverpool as a team are in the decline, you can't really disagree because the results are there to see it. I want to reiterate, I'm not saying I think Mane's in the decline. But I can't sit here and say to other Liverpool fans, you're stupid for saying he's in a decline. I can't because he's not proved otherwise.
That's fair enough. I can, or I will, should I say. If you think after
enough.
3 or 4 months of poor form, Mane's done and get rid of him, I think that is a ridiculous statement.
And I'm going to ask you logically, why are they incorrect?
Because you have to wait way longer than that to make a judgment on a player.
Okay, and then I'm going to ask you, how long do we wait?
Based on the money he's got in the bank, he's got till at least this time next year before I really go, yeah, do you know what? All right, maybe he is like on the decline.
And now I'm going to ask you, is that not going to be too late for Liverpool Football Club?
No, because we should have other players in the club that we're not only sitting here talking about if Mane don't play well, we can't win a match, which is a point I've made the whole time.
And I'm saying at his peak, Mane is the best left winger in world football. So we're not going to have another Mane in the squad because he's the best. In the same way, when Trent ain't performing at the top, you can't just say we should have another man to do what Trent does. When Robbo's not at the top, we ain't got another man.
Maybe not to the level. Maybe not to the level that Alisson, he does.
We've got some of the best players in the world in their positions.
Maybe not to the level that he does. Yes,
but this is why I'm saying it's so. This is why I'm saying it's so detrimental potentially when someone like a Mane or a Firmino goes on the decline. Because if we do leave it too late, then we are screwed as a club because we ain't a City, we ain't a Chelsea, we ain't a United who can go out and just say, boom, 200 million, go and get the next big boy. We can't.
All right, cool. It's fine. I Mane's on the decline, and it's
allow it, man. I ain't said he's on the decline, man.
I never said you did. I'm just saying.
Stop saying it, then, bro. We're having a debate,
I get
bro. Forget about the people saying it.
Mane's on the decline. I get it.
Well, yeah. Let's move. We move. People, we move.
The whole point in having a squad is that if a player's out of form, you can let him hold the bench, get his confidence back, chill.
Drift.
That's the whole point of why we're struggling right now. We should have a Rafinha or a Neto or one of them man who can come on and let Mane chill and get his form back.
That's right.
But if you don't have a squad and a man has to play through the poor form, this happens. Simple.
Drift. Where are we right now? Do we have Rafinha? Do we have Neto? Or do we have Shaqiri and
that's always been my argument. We have to get those players in. So if we have poor form from one of our starting players, we don't get he's playing badly, done him off, rare. Do you know what this is? Everyone's angry at Mane and basically blaming him and probably slightly Firmino as well for why we're not in the title race still. That's pretty much effectively what it is. Everyone's put their energy of being angry about where we are into those players, and it's basically you lot can fuck off now. You're the reason we ain't winning.
No, bro.
Again,
what it is.
Objectively, I'm a Bobby fan. That argument is valid. It's got validity to it because them two have missed more chances than anyone else in the team.
I wouldn't have said that. I would have just said, for me personally, this whole season, in my opinion, has been a write-off from when Van Dijk got injured, Gomez, Matip, Thiago. Obviously, we know about the guys that had COVID as well, people losing loved ones as well. For me, this season's been very indifferent. That's why when it comes to form and that's why I've kept on saying it's about asking a question because nothing is definitive because this season has been a roller coaster for various reasons. It's that simple.
And the reason I say...
Sorry, I'll just quickly. No one here wants to sell Sadio Mane. Sadio Main. Yeah, he's the main. No one wants to sell him. But what we are, though, is
you might not want to.
No, but
enough people do, bro.
No, but let me lie. All I'm saying is this, though.
As a fan.
Bro, if they're worried about him because he's been performing like this for 3 to 4 months, They have the right to be concerned, though. Don't mean to say that what they're thinking is right, fam. It just means they're concerned. Just like how you were concerned about Jurgen Klopp when we were getting battered at home, losing 6 games in a row. And you were like, I'm worried about Klopp, you know. I'm probably worried. I understand what he's going through, but I'm worried.
Well,
you were saying,
did I turn around and say, bin him off and get rid of him? No,
but he said that. But you was worried.
No,
that's the whole point.
You're missing the point to my argument.
No, Drift, I haven't.
The point to my argument. No. The point to my argument is people who've gone so far left. No.
It's been nailed in. It's been nailed in.
People have gone so far left that they're saying, Done Mane, get rid of him. That is how far left they've gone, yeah?
Some people have, in the same
way. No. Let me end this now.
That is a ludicrous thing.
In a row, people were saying Klopp out. People were like, Klopp needs to go. Klopp needs to go. That's what they were saying. You had other fans going far right saying, get rid of Klopp, I'm done, relegation.
Yeah, and they were just as ludicrous as the people saying, get rid of Mane.
But here's the joke though, bro. Those people were obviously very emotional, are getting caught up and just getting carried away. Just like how people are with Mane. That's what all I'm trying to say. People are getting carried away, fam. But you have a right to be concerned, fam. If you're concerned, you're concerned.
You've always got a right to be concerned. I'm just saying I disagree with how far left everyone's
for the people that don't agree with you. They're just concerned, fam. Whether they're going fully to one side,
listen,
they're just
at the end of the day, I made a statement half an hour ago about how I think it's ludicrous that people have gone so far left that they're saying get rid of Mane. And for half an hour, you lot have basically backed why they've got the right to think like that.
Oh, allow it. I'm not even going to get back into. I'm not even going to dignify that with a response because then you clearly haven't listened to
That's basically what you've been doing.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Yeah, listen to what man said.
You haven't. There's no point me even dignifying that response because you clearly haven't listened to what I've said. Then
no, I hear it loud and clear.
You haven't, bro. You're gonna have to go back
it loud and clear.
Again. You haven't. You clearly haven't. Anyway, you've just said that you haven't. That's a terrible take. I'm not gonna lie.
Is what it is.
Absolutely, it's not. It's just poor. It's poor. It's ignorance, bro.
It is what it is.
Yeah, ignorance. Craig Richardson. Hi guys, hope you're well. What do you think of Trent moving from right back to maybe centre mid, free roaming, playing balls in behind from deep, like Virgil does, to get Mo and Mane in behind?
What's this for him?
The Trent situation with moving him into midfield.
Not yet.
No, here's the joke, people. Trent's having arguably his most indifferent season, yeah? And because he's having his first indifferent season, people are like moving to midfield. But some people have said that already, to be fair. They have. They've just been saying from day, he's not a right back because he can't defend like certain right backs. But I've always said, when you're of that high quality, when you can attack like Trent, be a playmaker from right back, yeah? Admittedly, yes, your defensive capabilities may not be that great right now. You can always get better. You don't have to be the greatest defensively to be the best right back, in my opinion. If your attacking output is so great, but you're just a good defender, I'm cool with that. Let the man live, let him breathe. You see that brother Trent right there, talking about midfield? He scored that, albeit, I know he wasn't playing at right back, but he was still our right back, and he scored that. Don't want to hear no noise. Don't want to hear nothing. Just let Trent do his thing, man. Let him live.
Then again,
let him breathe.
Maybe we should cash in on him because he's on the decline.
Musa, following from my last point, yeah, Drifty, you get it. Only makes sense for us fans if FSG use that money to buy Mbappe, not for their own pockets. Is it worth selling Salah to get Mbappe in?
I wouldn't do it, no.
Say that again, sorry?
Is it worth selling Salah to get Mbappe in potentially?
No. Keep Salah, get Mbappe. We've already said that, but we know how our club does move in it, so.
Geordie T. Wages of our players have to be competitive with competitors' clubs with players of the same age and quality, so incentivize them to stay. Yeah, that's what we've sort of been saying. It's a tough one though because our competitors are Man City, Chelsea,
and big boys in the game when it comes to wages.
So it is a tough one. It is a tough one. Geordie T. We also give lower wages with huge bonuses for performance-related things such as goals. Our club doesn't operate like other clubs. Very true as well.
Yeah.
Still Geordie T here. Our team is just worn out. I don't think it's decline in ability. Fair point. Sancho and Callum Hudson-Odoi are both on nearly 200, and they're not on Trent's level in their position. Trent won't ask for that sort of money because he's Scouse and his love for Paul. Never can rule it out, though. I don't think you can ever rule it out, if I'm going to be honest.
What, the Sancho thing?
No, as in Trent might still turn, like, even though he loves Liverpool, like, it's still a job at the end of the day, isn't it? Like, he still has to be compensated.
No, it will take him a little while to get that fed up, I reckon.
For Trent to leave,
you don't understand that the Scouse love for your own club is a different type of love. It will take him a while before he got fed up enough to leave.
Yeah,
it'll take a while. It'll take a couple years, like 3-4 years at least, I reckon.
Do you know what I think is as well with Trent? And dare I say it, with Trent, for me, like, and I think he's already kind of said that one day he would love to be captain, and I've obviously spoken about Steven Gerrard, like obviously being one of his heroes and whatnot. I think he has a desire to be captain. I think, you see, Trent strikes me as someone that will stay with the club. Dare I say it? I'm about to piss in the wind. I'm gonna let you know. Disclaimer. Say he was in the Europa League for like the next. In fact, let's just say was in a Euro. Let's just say we weren't in a top competition. Yeah, I don't want people to click this up. Let's say we're not in the best of competitions, but Trent sticks around because he has the love for Liverpool and wants to captain them like Gerrard. I think he's got that type of mentality. The same thing as Curtis Jones. So it'd have to take something crazy to take them. It'd have to be something mad like Real Madrid offer Liverpool some dumb money, dumb wages, and he's like, do you know what? I've tried my best and whatever. But I think, as Drew said, I agree with him. I think it's going to take a lot to get him out of the club. A lot.
Yeah, I agree.
I think Trent will probably stay to the end.
Josh T. Drift came with all the smoke today. I get where he's coming from, though a lot of things are knee-jerk reactions. Sean Swain, Drifty Mane has set the bar high. If he falls way below the bar, it's justifiable fans question his performance. Selection, Mane isn't on the decline. He's tired, in my opinion, to be honest. Look at Firmino. He looks a lot better after the injury break. Mane's first touch doesn't look A+. Annabelle, thank you very much for becoming a new member, Annabelle. For anyone who'd like to become a member, do hit the link in the description. Sean Swain, you're in a decline, Drift, betting against your own team. Monsoor Ahmed says, to be fair, the players that are not playing good, like Mane, Bobby, Wijnaldum, etc., have played an extra season more than the others. Georgie says Mane is on the decline. Gangan Deep says, I will bring it back to a point Cal made a few weeks ago. Failure to make top 4 will be on Klopp. Failure to retain our title is on FSG and the board. I don't know if I agree with that one. I don't know if I fully agree with that one. But it's a fair point. I just don't personally agree with that. A-Spec Limited, you have to be realistic to say you can't rule out a decline after 3 months of bad form is reactionary. Technically, you can't rule out a decline after 3 bad games, but again, not realistic. Geordie T, you know Drift's knee is twitching right now. Is it Drift?
No, it's not. I'm willing to have another argument by making a silly point, but I can't be asked.
It's up to you. I'm not going to argue, so it's whether Matt wants to or not. Jeremy T, put Trent in midfield, get a right back in 5 years. A Jones and Trent in midfield under Stevie G. Sadiq Edwards, you're gonna make me lose my mind up in here. DMX reference. Shout out to Sadiq.
Bro, it is heated tonight. I can see the flames. I'm telling you.
Not from me. I've said what I've said, innit?
No, I can see the flames from everybody. Everyone's got their serious face, but they're trying to disguise it by smiling.
I just don't want to say anything gets misconstrued, innit? So.
Just sitting there like this. I see Cal doing this.
I'm
good.
And I see me doing this.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Listen, at the end of the day, it's a football debate. At the end of the day, it's about money. And we all have our individual opinions, people. That's why you love us, isn't it? This is what happens, isn't it? Everyone has their own individual opinion. Not everyone agrees. Like, it's just organic, innit?
Fuck it, I'm gonna do it. We might as well just do it. Yeah. all I want is a one-word answer, yes or no. We're not having an argument about it. One word.
State what you're gonna say. Go on.
Based on this season, form-wise, there ain't really much difference between Trent and Mane. Is Trent on the decline, yes or no?
Are you asking me?
Both of you, just say yes or no. Is Trent on the decline, yes or no?
I don't think Trent's on the decline, no.
Okay.
No.
Is there even a reason for people to assume Trent's on the decline, yes or no?
No. Well, here's the thing.
Just
With
yes
Trent,
or no, bro. Just yes or no. Is
what's the question?
Is there even a reason to feel that Trent is on the decline? Yes or no?
No. Did Trent score the other day? Did he score a winner?
No, I'm not talking about just on one-off moments. I mean, as a whole, he has had a much poor season than his previous two, right?
Oh, in terms of getting
like this season is way down on last two seasons, right?
Here's the joke. Defensively,
so is he on the decline? Yes or no?
What I'm going to say to you to rebuttal is look at the comments and what people are saying.
Oh, so it is because Mane's 29 where everyone thinks he's done then.
Drift. Let me ask you a question, yeah? When you're 22, have you hit your peak as a footballer? Have you hit your peak as a footballer?
It depends. Some footballers have, you know. You'd be surprised.
At 22.
On the whole, have footballers hit their peak at 22 years old?
No.
Are you still learning the game at 22 years old?
Yeah, of course you are.
Would Trent be in the conversation for a Young Player of the Year award? Would Mane be in the conversation for a Young Player of the Year award?
But there's still a possibility that Trent could have had two great years, and from now on he'll get worse and worse and worse.
Drift, it's just one word answers.
No. But it's still a fact. He could get worse and worse and worse.
And my question is asking for a fact here: is Trent in the running to be Young Player of the Year?
What, this year? No.
No. I'm saying in general. Could he be in the running?
Year.
No, but I'm saying because of his age, if Trent plays well, is he in the running for being a Young Player of the season in any capacity?
Yeah, of course, because anyone under 23
is Mane at the age of 29? He's not, is he?
You're asking silly questions.
No, I'm not. I'm asking you questions to counteract what you're saying, because you're saying that for something to be on a decline, it's had to have hit is peak.
Not necessarily.
Drift. There's a peak.
What if Trent has peaked?
Then we'll find out. No. It's not impossible. It's not
performance-wise. What if he has peaked?
He might have peaked, Drift. But the question is here: you've got a 22-year-old, and based on football, and again, we all know football. How many players have we seen who we'd consider as generational, some of the best we've ever seen, were at their peak at the age of 22?
Listen,
very few, right?
No, what you're saying is right, but the reason I made that silly statement was just because I wanted to just know it's age. Everyone's on this. 29 means you're old situation, and that's pretty much why everyone's saying they think Mane's done. I just wanted to just
no one in the chat. No one in the chat has put anything about his age until you mentioned Trent.
No, but now I know that everyone's gone, it's age with Trent. So it's kind of let the cat out of the bag that it's age why everyone
It's not, Drift. It's not, because we've seen Mane play long enough to see him at his peak. In the same way we've seen Bobby play long enough to see them at their peak, because they're 29 years old. Man, I've got 7 years in the bank.
It's fine. Everyone bringing up age when I mention Trent means that people think Mane's old. So I'm just saying, I just find it confusing.
No one said Mane's old.
No, I'm not talking about you personally. I'm talking about the people who want.
No one in the comments has said it.
But everyone's going, but Mane's 29, bruv. Trent's only 22.
Yes,
so it's like, so you think 29 means you're old then?
Drift, you've compared a 29-year-old with a 22-year-old talking about peaks and declines, bro.
No, not about peaks, declining. Declining would mean that you've played to the best of your ability So if you're on the decline, it just means that you'll never reach the level that you was on before. If you don't ever get back to that level, you've declined, right?
Griff, am I right in saying for you to be on a decline, you'd have had to come from your peak and then you're starting to go down, right?
I would say a decline means on the way down. It doesn't even necessarily mean anything other than on the way down.
So yeah, that's what I just said.
So
on
if you never
down,
perform as well as you did in that season, then you've declined.
Perfect.
At the moment, Trent has declined. Going on you lot's theory, Trent has declined. He had two world-class seasons, and now he hasn't had a good season, so he's declined. It doesn't mean he'll stay crap forever.
Jeff, you know what? You're making
declined, right?
Jeff, you're making an outlandish statement. That's mad.
No, I'm just being stupid the same way everyone who say Mane's done.
You're making an argument out of something that's not even an argument.
I'm not making an argument. I'm showing you how stupid it is to say something.
It's not stupid. It's
the same way it's stupid to say Mane is done because he's had some poor form. Anyway, let's move on.
It's two completely different players, two completely different positions, two different ages.
That's got nothing to do with it. The performance levels have still dropped.
Oh.
Performance levels have still dropped. So Trent's on the decline, according to the logic of Mane being on the decline.
Do you think Trent looks slower than he looked last season?
Yeah.
You think he does?
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave this one here then. You know deep down that's not even
combo breaker. I'm a lie, Jeff. That is false.
No, you're saying it to get a reaction. You know he's.
I know he is. I know he is.
I told you I'm moving as stupid as the people who think Mane should go.
Jeff, you're moving mad.
You're making people kind of just destroy your argument even more now. To be honest,
I don't care anymore.
Jeremy EE, thank you for becoming a new member, especially after this show. Musa, I disagree with Mane being on the decline because he's 29. Have you seen Mane's physique? Us being 29 is a lot different to Mane being 29. I don't think physique tells the full story, though, if I'm going to be honest.
Yeah,
physique can be good.
Yeah. Again, Mane's had COVID.
I can't wait till Mane gets his form back. It's going to be fucking glorious, man.
Neither can I.
Yeah, so can I.
It's going to be glorious. I can't wait.
Man's acting like this is the Mane hate show. What do you mean, bro?
I can't wait. It's turned into the Mane hate show, but we moved.
It hasn't.
No, because you haven't listened to anything that we've said, bro.
We moved.
This is worse than Divock, bro.
This is a whole different kettle of fish to Divock.
Bruv, man asked the question and you thought it was a definitive statement. That was the bottom line, you know. That's all it was. Man asked a statement.
I'm not listening.
Man asked a question and you thought it was a definitive statement.
Everyone's made me come round to the idea Mane's on the decline.
No,
fair enough. But you're the only one on this show who actually thinks that. Then, if that's the case.
Oh no, I'm not, bro. I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Okay, so can I ask you, when have I said Mane's on the decline in this show?
I'm not talking about just you. I'm talking about the 828 people who are also watching. Half of those people also think.
Well, I'm saying me and Matt. I can only talk for me. Well,
I'm talking to everybody. It's not just you two. I'm talking to everybody.
Do you think that I think Mane's having a decline or in the decline?
You put up a good argument for the people who do, but do I think you do? Probably not. No.
As a host of the show, Drift, am I meant to just agree with everything you say?
No, you're not.
All right, cool. So isn't that?
No, that's why I just said I don't think you do.
So what have we been arguing about then?
I'm not allowed an opinion. Like
no, it's not. No. I'm not allowed an opinion because for about 25, 30 minutes, you've argued with me saying that I've made an argument that he's on the decline.
No, you've made an argument to defend the people who think he's on the decline.
Not defending. I'm saying that they've got a point to their opinion as well.
That's making an argument for them. Same difference.
There's a difference between defending and showing a difference of opinion, Drew.
All right.
Jeez. Georgie, our missus would call for the blue pill if we didn't perform for 3 months. I can't speak for anyone else on this show about that stuff still, but I've never popped a blue pill. and that
That is a mad comparison.
It depends what the sort of performance is. I'm not gonna
If
lie,
you couldn't
bro.
perform for 3 months, it wouldn't even be a blue pill. You'd have to go see the doctor. Real talk.
I'll be honest. I don't think you should even be waiting 3 months. If I'm going to be honest.
That's too long.
Real. That's real.
You might be in a decline.
I'll be honest. That should.
Now, if you can't get it up for 3 months, you're definitely on the decline, bro.
I'll be honest. If it goes past 3 or 4 days, I think you should seek help immediately.
No, but let me say this. I don't want to. Let's not be insensitive to actual people that you know. I'm trying to say.
That's what I'm
just
saying,
innit?
Like if it's 3 days,
talk, there might be people.
You need to see someone immediately.
No, for real. I will go doctors in it. That's just me. I'll go doctors.
Yeah, immediately.
For us.
All right. Next topic then. Apparently, Bayern Munich have rejected the chance to sign Genie. Yeah, I know. That's
You're out of order. Because I'm trying to be because you know what it is. All jokes aside, I'm not gonna laugh. Man, I said it straight face. Man could be prime minister. I'll say it straight face without even busting one laugh here. There's people out here that have them type of issues there, you know. Like real talk. So this
it's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Rion says Mane's hairline will come back quicker than his form. Laughing, crazy face, jokes, drifty.
Look at Drift trying not to laugh.
Abdi, Callum is a low-key City fan. I'll be honest, if I am, I'm a bloody good low-key one.
Oh boy, if you
I've
are
been in the closet for a while. If that's the case,
innit? Agent
I'm
Cal,
doing really well. You sus me, Abdi. You should be in the CIA, bro.
Trust me.
Hold up. Why would he think you're a City fan? I don't even get.
I don't even know. I mean, Abdi, I don't know.
I have no
shout out to Nat Phillips in the stream. Drifty is running. Drift is drifting faster than he runs 100 meters, 10 seconds.
10.7 to be exact.
Genie Wijnaldum, are we concerned about this situation considering how long it's dragging out?
Yeah, he's gone, bro. Are you still in the camp that believes that he's gonna stay, Cal?
Yeah.
You are.
You genuinely, you still
thinking it? I think he's done.
Look, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't sit here and act. I wouldn't be surprised if he went, but I do think he's gonna stay.
I think he's done. Do you know what?
The reason I say that is because he's not agreed anything with any other club, and the club that he wanted was Barcelona, and they're in so much disarray right now that all right, Neymar's a perfect example, right? Neymar wanted Barcelona bad. Barca couldn't afford him. They couldn't make the deal happen, and PSG dug their heels in. Now I know it's slightly different because we don't really have much of a say in this. Genie wants to stay at Liverpool. He's made no secrets about that. Barca are in such a bad spot right now. Then it's like,
they are.
Does he go there?
But the thing is, Genie won't stay for 70 grand a week, though.
No, but he will get offered more than 70 grand.
More than that, Jim.
I don't think he will, you know.
No, he will. But I just don't think it's going to be close to the amount. Like when you're hearing reported figures.
I think, he wants 200k apparently.
Even 180, I don't think he'll get that. I think the best Liverpool offer him, in my opinion, 130, maybe like 130.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think is
but you know what?
In the water because
but you know
I reckon he would take 130. I think he would take that.
Do you know what? This is what I was going to say. This is where Cal has a point. If Genie Wijnaldum, from what I've heard anyway, and from what you read as well, has asked for big wages for other clubs and they're all saying no, by default, he actually might stay because he may say, do you know what? I may be able to get 10 or 20 grand more, but I'm at a place where I love this club. That's the only thing that I could say where he will sign, where he might stay. But realistically, I think he's gone. I generally think he's got a verbal agreement with a club. Personally, that's what I think. Personally, I think he's.
You don't know how I feel about chasing paper over career, but if I take my logical hat off, I do get where a 29-year-old probably signing his last big contract is coming from, not wanting it to be a low contract. I kind of do get that. If the most you've earned in your career is 70 grand a week, I can kind of understand the last ever contract you probably signed, you wanting it to be of a substantial amount. You do have to get where he's coming from. If let's say he ended up at like, I don't know, AC Milan or Sevilla, or a club where they're a good club but they're not elite, in terms of like where they're at the moment, but they're still a big club. But they were giving him like 130 or 140 in wages. Career-wise, it would be a bit silly, but personally on a money thing, I kind of get why he did that, if you get what I mean. Because it's kind of his last contract to make that money, isn't it?
It is. It's his payday. Yeah. Like, and again, Gift, this is why I say, in a different way, though, with Salah, when you get to a certain age, that last kind of payday, but for Genie's different because Genie's never been paid what he's worth, where Salah has. But the principle still remains the same in terms of when you get to that kind of 29, 30, and you know that's kind of like your last big contract, you want it. But I think Gini Wijnaldum deserves it. Now, me personally, I wouldn't give him £200,000. I'd give him...
No, I wouldn't give him 200.
I'd give him like 150, 160. I think he deserves to be in that bracket, in my opinion. Because let's be real. One of the best, attributes that you can have, dare I say, is availability. This man's never injured, bro. He's never injured.
If I was in the negotiation of his contract, I would be like, Genie, I tell you what, we'll give you $100,000 a week flat out, and we'll give you, I don't know, maybe say 20 grand based on appearances on top of that, based on the fact that you are a player who's always available. So if you're available for every match day squad and you play a part in that, you'll get an extra 20. So effectively, he's on 120 a week. But if he doesn't play one, like he's on a straight one. I think that will be a good deal for somebody who's 30.
Do you know what?
And kind of in a situation where he does deserve more, but we also have to think about the fact that, you are getting to that age where when you're 33, 34, and you're still on this contract, we can't necessarily justify you being on like 150 or 160 when you won't play that often.
I was going to say this, quickly, Cal, before you're about to say what you're going to say, just quickly, I said 150, 160 because in my mind, I think he deserves it. But then I also thought about Henderson, I think, is on 140. He's not going to get more than a captain. That's just guaranteed. It's just not going to happen. You can at least give him 130. So you're not going to get the 150, 160, even though I think, even though Henderson's been a captain and obviously been a driving force for this whole kind of Klopp era, I don't think no one can even disagree when I say Gini Wijnaldum's also been a massive presence as well. And think about it. Without Gini Wijnaldum's goals, we don't win that Champions League. That doesn't maybe set us up for the Premier League. And I know it's not just about one player because Divock Origi had that say as well. But Gini Wijnaldum as well, like even qualification to get into the top four. Like my man, listen to Gini Wijnaldum. He's played in a back three, when there was an emergency back three. He's played number 6. He's played number 8. He's also played theoretically number 10, I believe, at one point, and he's also played false 9. And even though some of those, appearances, whatever, have been indifferent, this man always stands up. Yes, I understand he can frustrate you when he gets into the final 30, takes the extra touch, and sometimes he can be slow in the ball, whatever. But when it's all said and done, I think you got to give man his dues, man. Gini Wijnaldum's been incredible for us, whether you like him or not. I think he has. So I would say, if you're not going to get more than a captain, at least give him 130. Do you know what I'm saying? And maybe give him some bonuses because he deserves it, bro. Because do you know what? Here's the joke. You guys know how much I love, Naby Keita. And I'm hearing Naby Keita's on 120, same as Ox. Them man there should not be sniffing what Gini Wijnaldum is on. They shouldn't. Whether they're more talented or not. Gini Wijnaldum's been there.
It must be quite a question. But this begs the question: why wasn't something done after the Champions League win? That's
because they made a mistake. They thought they could be smart.
No, do you know what, Matt? I think it was a little bit strategic. I think they were happy to let him just be on that low money to save money.
But what about his agent? You've got to look at both sides as well, because as an agent, your main concern is your clients, right?
Yeah.
Why wasn't his agent?
You know what? You're right, Carl, but I can't shout at an agent for not being greedy in a world where agents are always seem to be greedy.
But you're not asking to be greedy, Drift. If you were saying after the Champions League final, I want 300k, that's being greedy, isn't it? But to say you want to go up from 70k and you want to match.
I meant as in the agent, because they normally only negotiate contracts because they want their money in it, because they get paid if they.
No, but it's also
do that.
Quick question. Do you think Gini Wijnaldum deserves to be on 140, the same as Jordan Henderson, in your opinion? Let me ask you that quickly.
Yeah, based on what he's achieved and what he's given to the club, yeah, I do.
And do you know where it hurts the most? I agree with you, but Liverpool will look at it like it's Jordan Henderson. He's the captain, so he can't get more than him. Bro, do you want to hear a joke?
I think it's kind of criminal that Henderson's only on 140. If I'm being completely honest.
No. Correct. Here's another joke. When James Milner signed for Liverpool, apparently he was on a reported 140.
He was a free agent, though. It was a bit different.
Yeah. I hear that. But you're telling me since you signed Gini Wijnaldum in 2016, you couldn't offer him an extension that even get close to that. Sorry.
Yeah, but we've been through this already. It's terrible, bro.
It's more criminal for me that Mignolet and Lovren got bumped up before Wijnaldum. That's what's the most criminal for me.
Bruv, do you know what's criminal for me? When Dejan Lovren, and this is no shade, this is just facts, yeah? Dejan Lovren had an extension, whatever it was, for 100 grand a week, for more than Gini Wijnaldum. And we know the body of work that them man even put in at the time. Nah, that don't work with me, personally. That don't work with me.
Yeah, I think, as I said, if Gini leaves, I won't be shocked, but I still think he'll stay. I think they'll come to a compromise, especially after this season.
I hope so.
But again, it also depends because Gini might be thinking to himself, he might not be an automatic starter next season as well, and that might play on his mind because he might want to be an automatic starter. So
again, I hear that.
You never know with that as well.
It'll be upsetting if he goes. That's all I'm saying. Isn't it?
If he does go, it's going to be very interesting to see how the club approach it because it's gonna say a lot as to how we want to set up going forward with our midfield. I think because if we go and get like Hossam Aouar, for example, I think that will suggest we're going to be trying to play more progressive quickly, as opposed to build up play, which Gini does.
Which I have to admit, as much as I love Gini, I don't have a problem with.
So this is where it's difficult. But this is the conundrum. Not just
would you go Basuma as well, Chris and Cal? Would you look go Basuma? Do you like Basuma? What he brings? Because we've been.
I think he looks good. I don't think that we should be looking at that level if we're going to move past Gini. You've got to go way better if you're going to move Gini on. I don't think you should get anyone who's lower. You get what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense.
If I'm gonna be real with you, if I had my way, I'd bring in 2 centre midfielders into the club this summer, and it'd be Camavinga and Alaba. And the reason I bring in Alaba is because he covers left back, centre back, and centre midfield. Camavinga's like 18, 19.
Yeah. But
he's very good.
I like I'm gonna go. Let me bring another name into it, but this is a different different type of midfielder. Rodrigo. Is it Rodrigo de Paul from Udinese? I've been watching him kind of closely since we've been into him. Different player, very attacking. But again, it's like with Jurgen Klopp, it wouldn't surprise me if you buy Rodrigo de Paul instead of being like a 10, so to speak. He turns him into an 8 because you can kind of Jurgen Klopp has a thing to do that with players, but then whether it works out or not is another thing. But I just feel like whoever we get after Wijnaldum, if he does leave, is going to be very telling, like how you said, Kyle, in terms of how we're going to play.
And I'll be clear, I rate Basuma highly. It's just I see Basuma more as a DM as opposed to an 8.
Same.
And we've already got Fabinho. So again, I'm all for squad depth, but you look at the sort of midfielders we have, I think we need a progressive 8 if Gini's going to go.
Have you had a chance to see the Pies chip yesterday yet?
I haven't. I'm going to watch it though. I'm going to watch it after because I remember you told me about it.
The pie for free makes so much sense. It's unbelievable. It just does.
I'm up and down. No. Just hear me. No, not because of the quality of the player, but just what we're trying to do as a club.
He's quality.
No, he's not. All right, or should I say what I'd want as a club? Like, 1, Depay's going Barca, but 2, Depay is quality, but in my opinion, we need a specialist striker. For me, he's not a specialist striker.
No, I mean to just come in and be a guy who can cover multiple positions because we know that's what
not the main guy. Likes. It's just that
that's what Klopp likes.
Yeah, if he's free and he's attainable, do you try and get him?
That means we don't get Neto then, innit?
Bruv,
after him getting that injury, I think we've got to actually realize that that's not going to happen now anyway, bro.
Cal, just quickly, and this isn't even this. Okay, people are gonna say I've got an agenda.
It's going to have to be Rafinha now, on a real.
I was just about to say, with Neto out, would you say Rafinha next? Sorry.
I still believe that we should just not really chase the hype, because Rafinha will probably still cost a lot of money. He's only been at least 1 year and he's had a bad boy season. I've said it from before and I'll say it again. I actually think St. Maximum is the brother who is under the radar.
No, that's hype. That's hype. That is hype,
brother. It ain't hype, you know.
That is hype. Shall I tell you why it's hype?
No. St. Maxim is a bad boy. It's not hype, bro.
St. Maximum is I like St. Maximum, and if we was to buy him, I wouldn't say no, fam. I really wouldn't. It's not hype. But I'm gonna be real. St. Maximum is. Do you know what it is? St. Maximum, and all jokes aside, St. Max is very much an impact player, whereas I feel like Rafinha playing under Leeds and playing for playing more games, maybe because of injury as well, dude. He has more of an impact on a game for 90 minutes. Where St. Maximum might have like these dazzling moments, and you're like, "Wow, man got 2 assists and a goal. That's crazy." But Rafinha might not do that, but he's been more involved in the game. I just feel like Rafinha is a bit more. I think that's a bit bro. I think that's a bit disingenuous to say about Maxim, because he's playing for a manager who doesn't really know what he's doing and a team that's fighting relegation. I said I'll take him, but I'm just saying. When I look
a couple of people have said injuries, and I do agree. He has been injured quite a lot this season. So maybe you do have to think about injuries. I agree with that. But, bro, the way Leeds play as a team, cohesion, structured, under a proper manager, bro, Steve Bruce don't know what he's doing at Newcastle. Bro.
Agree. Bro, agree. But do you know what
I'm not going to lie, bro. If you give St. Maxim to a guy, and you know what? Even if you're saying impact player, bro.
Yeah.
Then that just means that we bring him off the bench with half an hour to go every game, and he just lights up the last half an hour. I'm still all right with that, bro.
No, I hear that, but then,
I'm not gonna lie. See, Maxim, he's more intelligent than I thought he was, and he's actually a better footballer than I thought he was.
Yeah. And listen, St. Maximum come from Nice.
He is a very good player.
He's a baller. He's a baller,
very good
and
player.
Playing for Newcastle, you're not gonna, in my opinion, see his true talent, because you're playing for a team that hardly dictates the ball, that they have to play on counter-attacks, You see Rafinha right now, where what people got to remember is this year, when Leeds played Man City, not the other day, but even the first time they met them, Leeds actually have more possession than Man City. They would dominated the ball. First time under, I think in league football that someone is dominated, we're not dominated, but have more possession than Pep Guardiola. You see the system that we like to play, because we've turned from a counter-attack to trying to do counter-attacks, but with possession as well. I just think Rafinha, bro. Rafinha, for me, I say it again, he's a mixture between Di Maria, and who's the other one I said? And Mahrez. For me, he's like a hybrid. You see St. Max reminds me of like not way better. No, he's better. He's better than Adama, but as impact, he'll be sensational. But if you want to play him like 15 games for whatever reason, for me personally, I would rather Rafinha. But again, St. Maximum will still do his thing. I'm not gonna say no, this. I think he's a baller.
Rafinha's probably the better. Rafinha's probably the better bet. I won't disagree with you on that. Rafinha probably is the better bet.
He's more refined in my opinion.
Yeah. He probably is the better bet, and he would probably maybe fit the way we play better, because Bielsa plays a kind of similar high intensity and all that. I agree with that. I do, but I'm just thinking about money and cost. I reckon Maxim would be half the amount. And you know what our owners are like.
No, Maxim's got a lot of years left on his contract as well.
Bruv,
I know, but because
Newcastle, no, Drift,
because Newcastle are the type of club that are constantly doing weird things, I feel like you could probably get them to sell more than you would Leeds, though.
Drift, here's the joke. I think if I'm not mistaken, big up Kendall, she would know better than me. If I'm not mistaken, St. Max signed, I think it was a 6-year deal. Either this year or last. I ain't even joking, fam.
No, fair enough.
Stupid deal.
Fair enough. But I think if you offered about 35 to 40 mil,
Again,
the
Kendall,
desire
no,
of the
like, I'm
player
not
would
even-
help that to come through. If Max hears that Liverpool want him, I think you could make that work for about 40 mil. I do. Rafinha, I'll be honest, guys, after the season he's had, you're probably looking at about 60 million, you know.
Listen,
Leeds aren't in need of money
don't
either.
mess about.
Like
yeah,
you're probably like, I'm not even gonna lie, you're probably looking at about 60 million. So we're talking about big difference in money here. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
1975 Jamrock. Drifty has some level of arrogance to say other fans can't worry about Mane if he's on the decline. Drift, are you a physio? I don't believe he's on the decline. Humble enough to say I don't know. A couple other super chats to get through.
Yeah,
So
I am.
Maximum comes with a free Sports Direct mug. You know, allow Saint Max. He's a baller. He's a baller. And again, shout out Kendall because that's a boy in it. That Saint Max is. That's
no, you know what?
Yeah.
I used to think he might have been like one of those flash in
He's
the pan, just a little flashy footballer.
He's a baller, fam.
But I've watched him all season, and he's a baller.
He's a baller, fam.
Drifty Black Mr. Clean says if we don't spend at least 170 mil, or if we don't spend at least 170 mil, we riot. Lord Walker.
170? Where are they getting this money from, bro?
Lord Walker says Drifty need to be given more credit. A run of poor form doesn't mean a decline, especially with long COVID. Giving oxygen to naysayers is dangerous. Georgie.
You're right.
As a Barca fan, the word on the side is that Barca do not want to pay his wages and are fine with, I think that is Ilax from the academy. That's another point.
Who are we talking
says,
about? Genie there, yeah?
Yeah.
V says, thoughts on Coop Miners. I don't know who that is. Don't know if you guys.
So you see that youth man. A couple people hit me up in the DMs about that youth man at Barcelona that apparently we are kind of like talking to because I think he's at the point where he's about to sign a professional contract, right? He's
think it must be Pedri, isn't it? Or is it the other
Pedri,
one?
that's it. Yeah.
You sure it's not the other one? It is a P as well.
No, Pedri, that's the one.
Definitely
he's like
Pedri,
17, right?
Yeah. There's two of them. You got Pedri and you got I can't pronounce. It's Puigi. I can't even pronounce the guy's name. Puigi or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Puigi.
No, but I think Pedri is the one who's like
Pedri.
Yes,
Pedri's the one that they've got to get him to like sign a professional contract now, right? He's like 16, 17 and he's gonna
I think he signed a professional contract already, but I think there's talks about him having a 70 mil release clause in it.
We're not getting Pedri, bro. Why are people like?
But apparently there's a lot of people who've sent me links about Liverpool like legitimately actually like Barcelona are worried that they might lose him to us, apparently.
Listen, if he's got a 70 million release clause, I'm not trying to say I'm Michael Edwards, but I'm pretty sure Michael Edwards will call me and say, Matt, do you want Pedro or do you want Grealish? Just asking a question. Asking for a friend. That's what Michael Edwards asked me, you know. Do you want Pedro or Grealish? I'm not even trying to say Grealish might not cost more, but around that, come on now.
No, Grealish would cost more than 70, Aaron.
He might not, you know. He might not.
After the season that he's had, Villa have had a good year.
I reckon that last contract he signed,
we'll probably sell them somebody. We'll probably sell them a person to offset it.
Putting on the English tax as well.
Bro, I reckon
around 70. I think there's in that contract somewhere there's a release clause.
And you know what?
No one's talking about it.
Grealish is a little bit injury prone himself, you know.
I don't know.
He's had problems with his shins, I believe. But again, I think he's played more games than we probably realised, though. Dare I say it?
No, I'm not saying he's like done out there or anything, but like if you look at last year and this year, he's had quite a lot of injuries, you know.
Listen, I'm sure the fan base would swap Grealish for pretty much any one of our midfielders right now.
I'm taking Grealish over anyone for that number 10 position that's available.
See?
Anyone.
And Grealish can play left wing. Here's the joke. Grealish can play left wing, 10, and you know Klopp could mould him to an 8. Look what he did to Lallana.
If Grealish walked in the door, someone's holding a bench, and I don't care who. Someone's sitting down. Grealish
Because you managed Grealish at Liverpool.
Hold on, Cal. So we've got Hendo, Thiago, Fabinho.
I knew he was
sitting
going
on
to
the
do this.
bench. Someone's sitting on the bench. Let Klopp figure out, but I want to see Grealish's name on the team sheet. Someone's sitting on the bench.
Grealish at Liverpool. Oh my goodness.
I reckon we've got less chance of getting Grealish than we do a lot of other players, to be honest.
No, I agree. I'm just saying,
Grealish. I'm just saying that.
On the bench. He shakes their hand as he gets to the AXA training ground, and he says, "Yeah, you're the bench one. You're the bench one."
So you'd probably go Thiago, Fabinho, and Grealish then, Cal, wouldn't it?
Yep. 100%. First game of the season, them three in midfield, we eat up everything.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Hold on, who would you go for?
You heard what I said.
No, what's the name? No, generally, what did you
Fabinho, Thiago, and Grealish.
What, first game of next season?
First game of the season. That's it. It's done.
I could hear a pin drop. I didn't even hear Henderson.
You guys heard me.
I think what Cal meant to say. What Cal meant to say was Fabinho, Thiago, Henderson, and Grealish left wing.
I want Grealish in the 10. I want him picking up pockets of spaces and causing
havoc. What are we saying, Cal? Grealish for Mane?
If that's what Klopp wants to go. Look, someone in the team is sitting down for Grealish. Whether it be Mane or Firmino, someone's sitting on the bench for Grealish. It's as real as that.
Now, all jokes aside, Grealish, if he comes into Liverpool squad, which I don't think is ever going to happen, but let's say we're surprised. We're surprised, right? I'm going to be real. I don't even want to say this, but I'm going to have to say it now.
Someone's got to hold bench.
I know he's watching me. Bro, you know I love you, innit? But Naby, I love you, innit? Like, you're my boy, innit? Like,
oh, yeah. Naby's
gone, my boy. No. Let me have this moment, bro. Let me have this moment. Because me and Naby go way back, innit? We grew up at Lightspeed together. Sorry, Salzburg. Obviously, no man from day, innit? But no, all jokes aside, if Grealish was to come to Liverpool, dare I say it, he would literally be one of the first names on the team sheet, and that's no joke, bro. Because he offers something different to what we've been missing. He is the ultimate ball carrier, whether he's playing from left wing, whether he's playing from 10, whether he's playing from 8. Dare I say it, I think Klopp would play him in an 8, and mold him and get more out of him defensively. Because I think there's this myth that Grealish doesn't defend. He does. He does track back, but obviously playing out wide, you don't have to think. But you see, Grealish, if Klopp was to ever get Grealish, my word. Listen, Grealish in a number 8.
Do you know what? If we sign Grealish, I'd go 4-2-3-1, play Salah down the middle, put Grealish left, put Mane on the right.
I'm all for it. I don't care. I don't even care. It's the sauce, bro. Sauce.
That's and I know you lot disagree, but I play Thiago number 10, and I'd have Hendo and Fabinho just mopping everything up.
Listen, again,
however you guys want to do it, I'm easy, innit? Just know
I'm fine with Salah being a striker if we've got Grealish left wing and Mane right wing. I'm fine with that.
Baller. You know what it is as well with Grealish? You can just tell.
I think Grealish could play false 9, to be honest.
Nah,
I wouldn't. Not saying he couldn't do a job, but bro,
based on our system where that player drops in and then allows the players to overlap, I think Grealish could do that.
No, but Grealish is, I think, better when he's run. See when Grealish picks up the ball in that left-hand side channel, bro, he's just different. And dare I say it, in a number 8, say like he's got one man on him, yeah, and he gets that ball and he just turns, he's off, he's gone. He's better running at people than rather than.
Ain't it funny how everybody laughed at Tottenham 2 years ago when they were chasing Grealish all summer? Everyone laughed at them,
Bro, when they went for him about 3 years ago now, must be when they said 30 mil, I was like 30 mil for Grealish.
No, it's 40. I think they wanted 40.
I was like, bruh, this guy. I said he's good, but he ain't worth that. I'm gonna be real, fully got that wrong. You see, right now, Grealish, He's just got too much sauce, bro. He's got more sauce than any one of our midfield. Actually, no, that's a lie, Thiago. But other than Thiago,
there's a debate to be had there. I'm not gonna lie.
No. Thiago got more sauce.
Cal. Let's not get carried away.
It depends what sauce you're after, Cal. But Thiago got more sauce.
Grealish is not. He's not bland. That's all I'm saying.
No,
he's not. He's not bland, but he can't talk to Thiago. I mean, they're different players. But...
Yeah, they are different. But bro, come on, he ain't got more sauce than Thiago.
I don't even think he can talk to Fabinho, but they're different players, isn't it?
No, he can talk to Fabinho in terms of sauce. Yeah. He got that sauce. But this is. Anyway, I don't even know what I'm even talking about. Like it's reality.
Yeah, me neither, man.
Man, so we're gonna end up disappointed by Todd Cantwell.
Grealish, not realistic. Signed a 5-year deal in 2020, 100 mil plus. I said, I still think there's a release clause in there somewhere. V says thoughts on Coop Miners. I hope I'm saying that name right. A centre midfielder we linked with to replace Genie. Roma want him as well. Looks like a good box-to-box baller. I'll have to do some research. I've never seen him play. Tahir says it should be based on performance. I think that's to do with the salary stuff. Edward says sell Cater and bump Genie's wages. Kobe, James Harden, and Steph Curry be cool with each other, man.
Talking about basketball there. I know you're talking about basketball.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say I'm a bit lost there.
You were like, what?
Yeah. I expect living. This is what makes this stream box office. All three of you don't always agree. So many streams these days, they're all happy to agree. Drop the beat for good content. Let me drop the beat for that super chat. Lord Walker, Pedri's contract has 2 years with a release clause of 70 mil. Barca's new contract offer has 350 mil release clause. They must see him as next Messi.
So it's the release clause. That's what they're worried about then.
Do you know what? This is a very good comment, from Tony. Says, why do we always have to do research on the players that we're linked with from FSG? You know what? That's quite a good point, They always go for the type of players that are like, we've got actually like, even Daka. I'm sure there's not many people who knew about him before we got linked with him.
Isn't that a good thing though? Doesn't that show our scouting network?
It's a good thing if you've already got a lot of your angles covered. But when you've got a squad like we have, I don't think it is good. I think we should be chasing the Grealishes and the Haalands and the Mbappes. It is a bit mad that we're always going for guys where you're like, who's that guy? Let me go check him out.
When you're at the top, Cal, let me be honest with you. You see Bayern Munich, to improve their squad, they went and got Leroy Sané. They didn't go and buy like some up-and-coming winger from England, or do you know what I mean? When you're Real Madrid,
Leipzig and Dortmund do that stuff. Do you know what I mean?
When you're Real Madrid, you go and get Eden Hazard. Do you know what I'm saying? There's certain teams when you're of a certain level. I know what you're saying, but they
haven't we moaned at the club for doing that as well? Though I don't think there's a win-win there for the club. No, because remember we've moaned at the club and been like, why is our scouting not on for Kante and Mahrez and all these players?
But we also sit there and say no. But what it is, Cal, I would say 80% of the time we always go for the guy that's not at the top, and we have to improve them and take them to another level. We never buy that guy who's in the shop window who's balling out right now. So, for example, Haaland.
Apart from Thiago. Thiago's the only one.
Yeah.
Thiago's literally the only one. You're right.
But you see Haaland. Why can't Liverpool just be like, you know what? This guy's going to break everything. He's going to break records. He's going to break shirt sales. He's going to bring revenue to the club. He's just going to be an icon. Do you know what, guys? Let's just pull the plug. You see that 550 mil or whatever we got? Let's just drop 150 on Haaland and get him right now. We know he's certified. Let's just go and get him. But instead, we will go, well, let's go and look at Patson Daka. Let's go and look up the guy from PSV, Donyell Marlin or whatever his name is, I think he is. And it's no disrespect to those guys. I'm just saying, sometimes you have to go for the guy, like we just said. Also, Harry Kane. If you want to win the league now, go and get Harry Kane. Just go and get him.
I hear you. All right. Here's why I'm going to come back. And again, before I continue, I agree. I want these players. Yeah. Look at Bayern Munich's team, for example. Alphonso Davies.
Yeah, they got him from
Arguably-
was it an American
Canada.
team? I think.
No, but Cal, you know the only
Right,
difference.
now let me just list off a couple, man. Pavard, Gnabry, Coman. Lewandowski's different, obviously. Like,
Yeah, because from
he's a
Dortmund.
different breed. He's
And
just a different breed of a
he was at
striker.
Dortmund. Sula,
Yeah,
he was at the.
Sula wasn't. So again,
Yeah.
you could
No,
argue
but Cal,
Bayern
you know-
Munich have taken that approach to an extent. Kimmich,
The only thing you do have a point, but Bayern Munich are allowed to have that little bit of flex because they're so much better than everyone else in their league.
true.
If they had competitors in their league the way we do, I don't think they'd have time to hope a Coleman
Yeah, I think you're right.
Very
Dave,
true.
you're right.
fulfilled his
I think you're right.
potential, or a Pavard. Do you get what I mean? That we don't, when we've got Man City, Man United, Chelsea, and all them man breathing on us all the time, we don't really have time to do all that. Do you get what I mean?
That's a fair point.
I agree we should go for these youngsters. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying discard it, but Matt's right.
It's got to be a mix.
Matt's right.
Yeah,
80% of the
I
time,
agree.
we go
I
for the
agree.
lower guy. It needs to be about 50-50 now. We've got to bring it up a bit. Like, it needs to be more. No, we
agreed.
will go and get a name brand guy. Why have we always got to go and get? Because here's the thing. I love some of the players that we've signed, but I know they still came into the bracket of they are that guy you're hoping. Like Mo, like Mane, like Genie. I rated those guys highly, as you lot know. But in the real world, they were still the risky buy. Is this guy going to fulfill the potential you're hoping he will? Whereas if you go and get an Mbappe, or you go and, you know what I mean? It's like, there's not really much risk involved. If you look at the ability to play, you're like, this should work out. I don't really see a world where Mbappe comes to Liverpool and it doesn't work out. It'd be a really weird scenario where that didn't work out. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but right now, Harry Kane came out the other day and he basically said, I'm paraphrasing. I love Tottenham. I always will. I always have. But if they don't make Champions League, big man, I'm out. I'm 28 this year and it's time for me to start winning things. I can't really do this no more, especially if you keep Mourinho as your manager. I'm paraphrasing, but that's basically what he said, yeah?
And do you know what Levy said, to paraphrase? 250 mil. 250 mil.
Okay, you know what that's Levy doing though? Cal, we know this. He's going in high with the negotiation because you've got to start high to make sure you get what you want.
If that's too,
Levy. That means you might get it for 215 then.
So what I'm saying is right
no
now,
way Kane can go for 250.
here in that situation there, Kane should have had everyone on alert. Everyone. Anyone who needs a striker.
Yeah, Bobby has put everyone on alert.
And right now, Liverpool should be putting a £150 million package together to legitimately go to Tottenham within the summer and go, what you saying?
Yeah, I agree.
I'm on that Harry Kane vibe till the end. You lot know already. I'm on that Harry Kane vibe. I know Mbappe's the glamour signing. Haaland looks like he's going to be the future, whatever.
Do you know what it is, though?
I'm on that Harry Kane vibe. Right now, Liverpool should be looking to get a £150 million package for Harry Kane in the summer. If we're about that life, that is what we would be doing right now.
Oh, that's
I will
only going to
say
happen
this,
if we
though.
get Champions League.
Obviously.
If we get top four, there's no reason as to why Liverpool should not be entering conversations with Daniel Levy to try and get Harry Kane. If we get top four, or we win the Champions League, either or, whatever, we're Champions League next season. Listen, if he goes to a rival, and you know what rival I'm talking about, we should be annoyed at ourselves for not trying. You can't not try, and you let him go to, especially a direct rival. And you know what?
I could be wrong here, but as far as I'm aware, we're probably the only top rival team, maybe Man City, that don't really have a beef. Like, we might be able to smooth talk them. Like, Man U and Levy don't get on. Arsenal and Chelsea goes without saying. They don't even need. I think we might be one of the only clubs. We might be able to just get in there and, like, There's no animosity.
This is Daniel Levy, fam. He don't.
No,
You know
no,
what it
I
is?
get that, but there's no real animosity there.
He's
though.
got animosity with everyone. You come to his yard looking at his sofa, bruv. He's got animosity.
Man was just born with it, innit?
You're
For
trying
real.
to take the
Just
roof
like
of
that.
his house, bruv.
For real, it's just
That-
like that.
You're trying to take the roof of his house. Kane is there, like he's the equivalent of Arth Gerrard.
Yeah,
Mm.
agreed.
Can you imagine what the negotiation would be if someone
Bro,
tried
the
to come for Gerrard?
negotiations are going to be the hardest negotiations Liverpool ever tried
Nah.
for any footballer, like in recent years.
It's
Bro.
not happening. It's going
No,
abroad,
but I think the
or
only
unless
but
he
the
goes
only
to-
difference is with no disrespect to Tottenham, the only difference is Tottenham ain't quite that. They're not. We're an institution. It's a little bit different. I get where you're not coming from, but it's a little bit different because
Listen,
You're setting yourself up for fool.
Tottenham aren't on a level where they can talk to Liverpool in terms of Harry Kane feeling like what it would be like to go and play for Klopp, to play for Liverpool. Like, I don't think Tottenham can offer Harry Kane that level of feeling where it makes it like when you're trying to get Gerrard to leave Liverpool, I think it's harder than trying to get Kane to leave Tottenham. That's what I mean.
It is. Realistically, the only way I see Kane going to Liverpool is if he actually pushes for the move and say we speak to his agent or whatever, and we're like, "Are you interested?" And he says, "Yeah." That's the only way we're getting Kane. Like literally, like he would have to say, like to Daniel Levy, whether it's privately, I only want to go to Liverpool and alienate any other club. So whether that's your Man City, whether that's a Man United, maybe it's a Barca, Real Madrid. If he says, "I just want to go Liverpool," that's the only way I can see Levy selling him to us. Real talk. Because here's a joke: both clubs are run at a certain way, certain level. The way how we do things are very, very similar. They see us as direct rivals. So Levy's not going to want to sell him to us in particular. Dare I say it, he'd rather sell to Man City because he knows he can't compete with them. He theoretically knows that. He won't want to sell to us. So again, Harry Kane, if you're watching, I spoke to Daniel and I said to him privately, obviously something Jurgen or nothing. And, I've been at Spurs for many years now. I try my best. I score 25. You know what I'm saying? When I wake up in the morning, it's just 25 and nothing. That's all I think about, 25. So if you're watching this, you know how I feel about it, lads. Just get me out of Spurs. That's all I can say, really. I scored the other day. Obviously, against Man United, we didn't really perform. F Jose and that. But yeah, I love him still. Big up Dele Alli. That's my boy. You're not on a decline, mate. Keep doing your thing. And yeah, we keep it moving, mate.
Listen.
He's been limited.
I know I'm living in dream world.
I'm done.
I'm gonna stay on this. I'm gonna stay on this
for the
Harry
night.
Kane vibe until I see it's not happening.
Fair enough. Sly Ross 1. Sign Madders and use Ox as part of it. Very marketable.
You
That's
don't know I'm
another
a Madders guy, so
Yeah, Maddison's quite injury prone, to be fair.
He is as well.
yeah, he is a bit still. But have you
I'll be
noticed
honest.
the drop off at Leicester when he's not playing?
Agreed.
Another thing is though, Leicester are horrible negotiators as well.
Yeah.
They are. They will. Listen, look what they did to
They
Man
will
United.
take everything.
Them man, they sucked everything out of Woodward.
Remember, Mahrez was 60 mil.
Them man, listen.
Maya, they will take everything.
Although
You know
they
who
did let Kante go for 30 though.
No, but that's because I think he has some type of.
Yeah, he has something
Dare
in
I
his
say some
contract.
kind of goodwill clause or
I
something?
don't think he did, you know.
No, with Kante, he's like
I don't
different from.
think he
You know
did.
what? You know what it is? Kante is like the nicest man that they probably ever come across, and he was just like, "Guys, I just, I love the club. I just want to play." And they were like, "Do you know what, Kante? Because it's you, Bob. I'm telling you, Kante different. When man smart, them man are like, oh, we can't do that to him. Anyone else, bro? Look at it. Listen."
Yeah,
If
when they
we
sell
wanted
players,
Fofana or Soyuncu, I guarantee you, we're being quoted 80, 90. You think it's
whole
joke?
budget gone.
Yeah.
40 mil for drink water, bruv. Talk to me.
Criminals.
40 mil
Criminals.
for Volvic, bruv. 40 mil for Volvic.
Heavy as.
Talk to me. Crazy.
To be fair to Drinkwater though, he was a very integral part of a Premier League winning team though.
He was,
Kante.
and so was what's his name? What is the guy that played right back for them?
Everyone was integral next to Kante, bro.
Yeah, bro. It was
Everyone's
Kante,
integral.
Vardy, Mahrez, and the sorry, it was Kante, Mahrez, Vardy, Hooper Morgan, and the rest of the gang. That's what I will say.
Definitely. Musa LFC 21. The difference is for Hendo, it's not about money, I believe. If Liverpool offered Hendo 100 grand a week, he'd happily take it. Genie isn't going to go lower than get over 150, sorry. Gangan Deep says, also with Bissouma, he is a Malian international. So yeah, so he'll be part of the African contingent, unavailable for
Yeah.
That's enough. Drifty Black, Mr. Clean said maximum is 3 months to injury in the last 2 seasons. Yes, another.
He does get injured quite a lot. He does. I agree. He does.
Musa LFC
but that's
21.
probably because he's carrying everyone on his back, bro.
Bayern are the best run club in the world. Look at the money they spend on players. Nowhere near what we're asking FSG to do. So can we really say, look at them? Very true. I'm just thinking, have they sold any? They've not even sold anyone big that I can think of the top of my head. Either have they?
Bayern.
Yeah, in the last few
Bayern
years.
never sold. No,
normally when you go Bayern, you retire them.
They never make them type of sales where like it's detrimental to them. That's one thing I would say about Bayern. You see, Bayern, one of the best like running clubs in my opinion. The way they do their business, bro, is serious. Like you never see, like for example, Real Madrid are after Lewandowski for so many years, never touched him. Never.
You know what? I'm not gonna fully give them credit though, bro, because it is a little bit of a bully tactic. The way they always go and just rinse out any other German team who's got a good player.
I mean, do what you got to do, innit?
Yeah, I know, but it's a bit of a dictatorship situation. It is a little bit fucked.
Well, bro, just because other teams letting them get away with it, bro, they're gonna do it.
Yeah, but sometimes you should like the competition rather than just making it easy for yourself.
No, bro. Let's be real.
You, bro. We could dominate the league for the next 10 years. I'm doing it, bro. I don't care.
No one cares.
You know what? If we was in a situation where we won the league every year because there wasn't really a challenge, you would get a bit bored of it.
No, Drift, you might say that after
the joy of winning is based on it being an accomplishment. If you feel like there's no accomplishment in a victory, it would take it away from it a bit. It would,
bro. Bayern Munich fans, I don't think are really saying that.
Yeah, all right, let me ask you a lot of serious question. Yeah, if some crazy, stupid scenario happened where there was some mad investigation into some horrible corruption, and Arsenal, Chelsea, Tottenham, Man United, and Man City all got relegated like Juve did over some mad scandal, yeah? And then Liverpool won the league 4 or 5 years in a row, competing against Everton and Aston Villa and Leicester. Would you really feel like we won the league?
It'd be even sweeter, bro.
No. Take the banter aside. Would you really feel good about winning the league?
You want to know something? I don't care about other, no disrespect here, but in a way of like, I don't care about everybody else. I only care about Liverpool. I just want us to win.
No, I get what. No. I get the logic behind. I get the logic behind wanting to win. Yeah, but the true victory is to throw it in the face of the enemy. And if there is no enemy, what really is your victory?
Shall I tell you why I will be a piece of it? We've done the hard way. Remember this. We had to battle a Man City team that had unlimited resources. Yeah, we beat them last year. Unlimited resources, bro. So you see right now, I just want life to be good and smooth now. You know what it is, Jim? I don't want the peanut butter. I want the smooth peanut butter now, fam. I don't want the crunchy peanut butter. I want smooth.
All right. But did we all not?
No, drift. I want the pistachios. We ain't got to crack it open now, bro. I want the pistachios where they're just in the thing and Mike can.
No. I hear that.
Not for cracking it open now, bro.
But did we all not sit back after Mourinho's accomplishment when he did the treble and say, well played, but Juve and AC Milan were taken out of the picture, you were meant to win the league. And like it kind of diminished the victory in a way.
Yes, because Mourinho hasn't done it with them, man, in the league. Klopp's already done it with them in the league. So what's more has he got to prove?
I get where you're coming from, Drift. I get where you're coming from, but you know what my argument is to that? we've done the grafting, the hard work. We've had to go against a Man United team that's done the most, whether it's referees, whether it's paying for things or whatever, whatever it is. We've had to go up against a billionaire team in Man City, another billionaire team in Chelsea. Bruv, we've done it all, bro. What, like,
Cinderella story of Leicester.
Last season,
guys, listen. Do you know what I liken it to? Yeah, I'll give you a little bit of an analogy on this one. Yeah, if you're rich, but you've got no friends and no family, you won't enjoy that money, because the point in it is to go on the journey with your friends and your family.
I'll make friends. I'll make new friends.
No, but it'll be fake friends, bro. It'll be fake friends. You won't truly, you won't truly enjoy it.
We can all fake and do this all day. Now, all jokes aside, I get what you're saying, From. It's not the same. I understand it.
In my opinion, without rivals,
I get what you're saying. I'm joking.
Football is pointless.
No, Jiff, I get what you're saying, but it does come a point in football where, because I always feel like football's about cycles, yeah? So let's say, for example, our next 10-year cycle, we was to win the league and it kind of untested. Bro, I don't give a damn about other. I don't give a flipping monkeys what they do. I don't care if they got to sell with their best players. Bro, we've had to grind. We've had Charlie Adam, Jay Spearing, flipping Kavame, I know. We've gone through all of that, bruv. Allow it. We've done it all.
No, I know, but I'm sorry, if I don't have any of them men there, I can rub it in their face afterwards. It takes away from it.
He says you can't rub it in their face, bro. It's even funnier because they can't even battle about it, bro. It's like Ngannou.
Man.
I'll tell you what it's like. If all those teams got relegated and we won the league, it's like Ngannou putting his arm around my wife and laughing in my face. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do?
Yeah, he's joking.
I wouldn't really feel like there's any victory in that league win.
Would you not feel like you're due something when you've had Konchesky?
No, I wouldn't.
Christian Poulsen, Jovanovic, Lurch. Come on, bruv. All these names there, we've gone through it all.
Guys, I'm like, you know what? What you lot are saying, I get where you're coming from.
If you're chatting, dude.
For me, no. Honestly, for me,
no, you're chatting.
The joy of winning the league. The joy of winning the league for me wasn't just about winning the league. It was being able to look at the Man United fans, look at the Arsenal fans, and go, "You punk motherfuckers, we are better than you."
But we've
suck on my dick.
But we've done it.
I won't feel that if I'm only looking at Aston Villa and them man there.
We've done all that though. We've done all that though. Now it's about you're saying
fair enough.
There's a new chapter where for the next how many years we win the league and we're unrivaled.
Fair enough. Football's about rivalries for me. If you don't have any rivals, I don't see the point.
Drift agreed, but what I'm saying is this: it's about trophies and but
it's about winning trophies against your rivals.
I don't care who I win the trophies.
No, you're right. Drift, you're right. But again, I think we've earned the right for the next how many years that we can just get it easy, bro. Bro, we had to face a Barcelona team that were 3-0 up and they had Lionel Messi stepping onto the pitch saying, "What you gonna do about it? I've got the Infinity Gauntlet."
Yeah, and that was what made it feel great,
every single season.
And that was what made it.
You want to go through that every season?
That was what made it feel good, bro.
And what happened when Atletico Madrid said, "What you gonna do? What you gonna do?" And
that was the challenge that made it great. All right. Let me ask you this.
Was you saying that?
Let me ask you this. Even though winning the Champions, even though winning the Champions League is a beautiful thing, yeah, and you do want to win it. We went through Leverkusen, we went through Chelsea, Juventus, AC Milan. The whole reason that felt even better is because we beat the creme de la creme in Europe and we came out on top. If by some miracle you'd have played, I don't know, fucking what's that young? Say we played young boys, fucking RB Leipzig, I don't know, fucking Villarreal, like a bunch of teams that are like, there's just no real joy in that, and then we won the Champions League. It wouldn't have felt as good.
Speak for yourself, Drift.
It wouldn't have felt as good, man. It wouldn't.
Can I say something?
When we beat Alaves in the 2001 UEFA Cup, I celebrated that like no tomorrow.
No, but bro, we had to beat Roma. We had to beat Barcelona. We went through it, bro.
All right. No, I hear you. But that's why I want an easy life now.
Remember, this ain't forever, you know, Diff. You said, like, I'm just saying it's a time pit. Let's say next 5 years.
No.
Brother, you telling me for the next 5 years you wouldn't have Liverpool win every single trophy? You must be mad.
No. That's not what I'm saying. That's not
okay, what are you saying? What are you saying then?
I'm saying that I wouldn't feel the true victory in the win because I feel like we only won it because you took away the hard part.
You want to know what? You know what?
And it wouldn't make me feel great about it. It wouldn't.
It shouldn't have been corrupt.
When Karius made those 2 mistakes, he owed the club 5 years. I'm taking my 5 years. Conversation done. Taking my 5 years, bruv. When Karius decided to do the whole,
yeah. Do you think Real Madrid sat there after they got to the Champions League final went,
come on, man,
this doesn't really feel right because they made 2 mistakes that led to goals?
No. They beat Bayern Munich and all those teams to get there. Like that you lot are exaggerating on the if we play Man United and they they score an own goal and we win, I'm gloating over that.
We're joking. Obviously, you win a big. Here's the thing: in football, when you beat your biggest rival, it's the best feeling. So I'm joking. Obviously, I get that. But at the same time, though, Jeff, if you said to me in the next 5 years that we'd have no competition, so to speak, or it's not going to be the same, it'll be, as you said, like Villa, I don't know, Leicester and Wolves and whatever, Man United, them and other teams weren't there. I'm not going to give a monkeys about them, man. Because again, we've gone through all the hard shit, bro. Are you forgetting? We dressed up in white to get smoked by Man United. Like it's a wedding. Like, nah.
But that's the reason why I want to win while they're around. Because if we only win when they're gone, all right. Let me give you a perfect example. Let me give you a perfect example.
There's time for that.
Being the UFC lightweight champion is a phenomenal feeling, and you are an elite athlete. But let's all be honest. Whoever gets that belt now knows they're not a real champion.
I disagree.
No, because they know it's only because Habib retired why they've got that belt.
Yes,
let's keep it real. Let's keep it real.
He's not there anymore.
Yeah, but Cal, come on, man. Whoever wins the title, they know they're not really champion. They're champion, but they're not really champion.
No, they are the champion, bro, because the other man gave it up.
All right, I'm not going to argue.
They gave it up, bro. Khabib could still be fighting if he wanted to. He gave it up.
Listen, go and ask DC. DC said he didn't really feel like he was champion until he beat John Jones when John Jones came back. John Jones came back and beat him, and it was almost like you were champion. You was a fake champion.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
You was a fake champion.
He would no, but that's my point. DC was given the belt.
Yeah,
he was given the belt. Like,
no, but you get my point. The point still remains that only because John Jones went away was why. Well, he wasn't given the belt, but he had to fight Rumble for it. It was like an interim match.
No, they gave him the belt. The second time they gave him the belt on air, they gave it to him live while he was doing punditry work.
Fair enough. I remember it. Yeah, fair enough. Anyway, the point I'm making is, I personally don't feel like I would feel like we're real champions if you took away our rivals. That's all I'm saying.
No, I hear you. No, I get the feeling will be different, but I'm gonna be real, Jim. After all the heartache that we've had to go through, for this next cycle that you just brought up, I'm taking. I don't care. I'm taking. I'm
taking it for every cycle.
I'm taking it because I know they would as well. We gotta be ruthless. They would.
Yeah.
If you listen, City fans right now, dare I say it, it's not the same, but bro, they know theoretically if they really want to, they can go and get any player in world football. Arguably, bro, when Messi was about to leave Barcelona, they were the front runner. That says to me, you can go and get any player you like. You really think they're gonna care if they get Messi
if
next
they monopolize the league?
You really think they're gonna
No. That's different because that's different. That's different to having the opposition taken away. That's different.
No,
monopolizing is still monopolizing, though, bro.
They can do whatever they like. Them man, they have problems with UEFA, yeah, and said, dare I say, here's a bit of money, yeah, we move. That's what them man did. Remember when they was in trouble with the whole investigation? Them man said, we move, and here's the joke. Them man said, we move, but not only that, we're going to try and go and get Lionel Messi. I'm sorry, what? Weren't you in trouble? Financially? But
money isn't always the way to win, which is why they never won the Champions League. But if you take away all the competition,
but it gives you a better opportunity.
It's a shoo-in.
No, but money always gives you a better opportunity, in my opinion.
No, it does.
Drift.
I'm just saying, if we win a league that doesn't have them man in it, I'm not feeling the glory of it.
But hold on, but Drift, didn't you want Porto in the Champions League ahead of any other team?
Yeah, of course I did.
Why? Because you wanted the easiest game on paper, right?
And because we've also got harder games around it, and I just want at least one of the games to be easy.
Listen, in black
but I don't
and white,
want every game to be easy.
All right, so let me ask you a question. No, hold on one second, Matt. If I said to you, you could play Porto in the quarters, Villarreal in the semis, and Slavia Prague in the final, you'd want that.
No, I would take that.
This is what we're saying.
No, Cal. But what I'm saying is, but if you told me that was the run-in, because the tournament didn't have, from the beginning, no Juve, no Bayern, no PSG, no Man United, no Man City, if none of them teams were in it from the beginning, no Real Madrid, no Barcelona, I'd be like, but this is a shit tournament. Who cares about winning this tournament?
Would you want Real Madrid? Let's do this. Would you want? Listen,
do you not get where I'm coming from?
No,
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I'm just saying.
I just want an easy life.
Because we might as well be in the Europa Conference League, right?
No, I'm just saying, if you're giving me the opportunity for the next, like, how many years to have an easy life, with this Liverpool right now, what we've had to go through, bro, the mileage that we've had.
Fair enough.
Bro.
Not an easy life. Sly Ross says, Kane, Origi upgrade like tin of beans to steak. Well, that's a bit harsh.
Right, man said tin of beans.
It's coming for Origi for no reason.
But they're not even the same type of food, you know.
That is harsh.
Man said tin of beans. Man could even say like a burger or something.
Look up Cooper Miners, captain of AZ Alkmaar 23, can place DM, CM, and centre back. Energy like Robbo, more direct than Genie, scored double digits in Eredivisie for this and last season under the radar. I'll check him out. A-Spec Limited, Grealish in a red Liverpool kit with low socks. Nah, I'm done. Yeah, I think everyone in the fan base would be. Musa LFC 21, I'd shamelessly gloat as well, basically speaking about if there was no other competition. And the speaker says, I agree, Drift, hashtag Kane campaign, let's push the hashtag. We can push it. I'm down for that. Just know that Daniel Levy ain't gonna take it lying down. Look, we've got through all the topics. Anything else you want to say before we head off, Drift?
No, I've had fun.
Anything you want to say before we head off, Matt?
Yeah, there's a few things I want to say. So, the first, no, I'm joking. It's been a great show, man. Full of debates. Listen, it's been a laugh tonight, man. That's
why you guys love us.
Listen, man, it's been enlightening. I'll tell you that much. Been enlightening.
You know what? On a completely non-Liverpool note, I'm really upset for Neto, you know, that he got that injury. That's so messed up.
Oh, yeah. Any injury like 6 months.
I've been campaigning for the last
but guys,
year
I'm like, taking Liverpoolness out of it, like, he's not going to get to go to the Euro.
I know.
Really upset for him, man.
Yeah.
For real.
The only shining light, and again, he's not going to see it like this, and rightly so, he shouldn't. The only shining light is the fact he's only 21. So, God willing, he's still got another couple tournaments there.
Yeah.
That is the only shining light.
Yeah, man. And like, he was one of the reasons why I have my money on Portugal as well. They've got such a good team, man. And now,
massive loss for them.
It's a massive loss, but don't give up on them. They still got some quality players.
They've still got bags of quality, but like, you know what I mean? Like,
I get you saying.
Man, it's a real big blow, man. I feel it. And obviously, we all know what it's like when you get that ACL injury that you got to worry about whether you cut. Like, go and ask Gomez. Gomez is
I don't think it was ACL. I think it's a patella injury. They're saying.
Was it meniscus tear? I've
heard varying rumors.
No, but isn't the meniscus just as big of a risk though in terms of
meniscus is not as bad as ACL, but it's still bad, but not as bad. But I could be wrong. I thought it was meniscus.
So here's the thing: doing your meniscus hurts more than doing your ACL, but the recovery is quicker with the meniscus.
Oh, okay. That's if it's meniscus. I thought it was meniscus. I could be wrong there, but I thought it was.
Because when I did mine, I did ACL and my meniscus. But it's my meniscus that gave me the problems.
Flipping hell, bro.
Like
that's mad. You done both, you know.
Yeah, that pain there was different. The ACL just means your knees wobbly, like it flames up, and it's painful at the time.
Yeah.
But so with the meniscus, it's curved like that. One of my friends, bless him, he was playing football, did his meniscus, and it's called I think they call it a bucket flip, and he couldn't move his knee out of position because the meniscus tore and set. So I was lucky I didn't have that.
His leg was bent forever, basically.
Not forever, just at the time, like when he
so
operation.
obviously not like all now, but like until he went to the hospital, he couldn't move his leg out of the bent position. No.
Like if he tried to move it, the pain would have been crazy. I'm not gonna lie, I've seen some rough injuries down at football. Like I've seen some rough ones. That's not even the worst. The worst one I've seen, I'm not even gonna share. But it's
I've seen a man break his ankle at football, and man. You know when you don't want to play anymore.
Yes, bro.
Actually, do you know what the worst? You know what's mad? The worst thing I've ever witnessed was when a guy swallowed his tongue. That's actually the worst thing I've ever witnessed on a football field. Yeah, because we thought he was gonna die right in front of us. Like we genuinely thought he was gonna die right. If there weren't somebody there that knew what they were doing, he would have died right there.
Yeah, it's real.
Yeah, that weren't the one, man.
Damn.
Yeah, it's not cool, man. Yeah, I've seen my horrible share of injuries on a football pitch, man. Not nice. That injury is what I saw just before our game started, and I was like, is this an omen? Do I really want to play tonight? And
you know them Sunday league refs don't bring cards. They don't bring cards.
No, this wasn't even. No one even tackled. Like all the bad injuries I've seen, no one's tackled anyone.
Oh, is it? Okay.
No, they've all just been innocuous.
Oh, yeah, that's even worse.
Never got tackled. The one where I saw my friend who did the bucket flip with his meniscus never got tackled. All the bad ones I've seen haven't been tackles. All the ones where I've seen bad tackles, people just get up and have a fight, innit? Like,
yeah.
And then obviously injuries are the injuries are different after that, innit? Like, it's not leg injuries then, innit?
It's mad.
Noses and chins.
In the last couple of days, don't ask me why. I probably shouldn't even say this out loud, but I've been getting a little bit addicted to watching chiropractor videos on YouTube because I just want my neck and my back cracked like that. There's something that looks so satisfying about
it's relieving. No, it's relieving. It's very relieving.
I've had a chiropractor do my back once. I want that neck crack. So if there's anyone in the chat who knows a good chiropractor, hit me up and let me know, man.
I know a good one.
Well, you better hope man send you some hitman about neck crack, you know. You want your neck crack, yeah. Yeah, his surname's Wick. What's his first name? John. Yeah, you bust that neck.
The neck. You see when you get your neck cracked. Oh.
Less of that.
I'm not gonna lie. I need to go and see a chiropractor and get that neck crack.
You do.
And that spine, you know, when the spine release, I need some of that.
Just to confirm, no, it's not my masseuse. I've got a masseuse and a chiropractor. The different roles. One's for the muscles, one's for the joints.
Different.
I don't want to hear none of this 250 £400 a session either.
No, Callum, we don't do no. Just muscle. Can you just quick? No, Callum, just muscle. That's muscle. You get chiropractor somewhere else. Just a mistake for the muscles.
Man.
That's what. But before 2021's out, I need to go and get some of that chiropractor business, man. I need it.
No, I'd agree. Andy Peters, man, allow it. That is graphic, bro. That ain't happening.
Listen.
Every man do their thing, but that ain't gonna run with me. I'm good there, man. Sly Ross said, "I've got Vinnie Jones' number if you want to."
I don't want to die.
Yeah. You're right, Drifty, mate. You're on your neck crack, do ya? Go on then. Go on then. Sit down.
There's a big difference between getting your neck cracked and getting your neck snapped. There's a big difference.
Come on, sit down, Drift. I'll take all the pain away, mate. Don't you? Take all the pain away. You want your neck cracked, do ya? Yeah, you won't feel a thing ever again. Kadir saying cows masseuse, cows sexy. No. 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 And no again.
Oh, you know what you did actually sound a little bit like Adina from Incredibles when you was doing your finger impression.
Oh yeah.
yeah. You know the little fashion woman in Incredibles.
Yeah, bro. Hey, without going too deep, Incredibles is my favorite cartoon movie of all time.
Actually, I remember you saying still.
Yeah.
You
bro,
did, actually,
we got like my missus thinks we got Disney Plus for the little one. It's for me, bro. Fully for me. Fully for me.
Despicable Me.
Incredibles is my film. The Incredibles 1 and 2. That's my film, man.
All Despicable Me's are the ones.
Despicable Me's up there as well. Like poor Steve don't realise. I'm gonna relive my childhood through him. He just doesn't realise it yet.
But I don't need no kids around to put on cartoons.
But I just I've got an excuse, and I've got a ready-made excuse. There's stuff that he's doing around the house. And Cal, you said you're gonna. What do you want me to do? Leave the kid by himself in the front room? No, I'm not gonna do that. What if he falls over? I just chill and sit back and watch the film as well, innit?
If I'm being honest with you, bruv, you should have a P5 because technically you could use him as an excuse.
No, he's only one, bruv.
This is the new generation, bro.
No, when he hits 4 or 5, then 100%.
This is the new generation, bro.
I might do an FSG thing. I might get
banging up PS5.
It's the new generation, bro.
Yeah, but Kyrie's older than Stevie, though.
No. Obviously, I'm saying because of the age, it's free, innit?
Yeah,
so he's banging up PS5.
He'll know what he's doing. He's a millennial.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, when he sees my nephew, because my nephew's got a P4, he always tries to steal the game controls. Still,
you know what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah, but if he does that with me, then he's gonna get in trouble, innit? So
no, but I'm saying you could use it as an excuse. You could be like, it's for Stevie. Very true.
You know what, Drift? I'll try a thing in it. What have I got
we baited it up talking about it now on live, but yeah.
She ain't gonna watch this. You ain't gonna bait me up. If someone slides in her DMs or it's you lot, it's one of you lot baiting me up. I'm gonna find out somewhere or another. It's either one of you two.
I'm on your side, bro. I'm on your side.
If anyone slides in my wife's DMs, then we're gonna have bigger problems than just PS5.
For real, I'm gonna be catching the show, blood. You my wife's DMs? What?
Yeah. Boys, let's wrap up there. We are back tomorrow for the preview for Real Madrid.
We've got a very special guest as well, which will be announced later on this evening.
Indeed. So check us out on social media. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch as well. So make sure you keep up to date on there, and you'll find out who our guest is tomorrow. And then on Wednesday, we'll be back before the game on Instagram Live, halftime on Instagram Live, and then after the game, we'll be here as well. And then we'll see what the rest of the week has in store. We'll see.
I'm already shitting bricks for Wednesday. I'm not even gonna lie.
I'm gonna reveal all of my on my thoughts and predictions tomorrow on the preview show.
All I'm
saying is get your umbrellas out. That's what I'm saying.
I don't need this, man. This is the one time when I'll get where you lot are coming from about the stress thing. Because the level of stress Wednesday is bringing to me, I don't like it. I don't like it at all, man.
Stress upon stress.
It's not over yet.
It's not.
That's all I'm saying. It's not over yet.
If there was people in the crowd, I'd agree with you, but yeah.
It's not over. But look, people, thank you very much for joining us. Smash the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Until next time, stay safe, stay blessed. We're Kopish, and we are out, people. Take care.
Money forever.